Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? I'm happy to be here. I'm Saramantis, community manager for Profane. Here with me are BunnyJoker, our CEO, and Ox, who will be joining us tonight, so we can show you the current state of the game, how things are going, talk to you for a bit, and answer some of your questions. But we're super excited about it. It's one of our most recent builds, and we hope you like it. Feel free to ask questions and criticize and all that. Just keep in mind, it's a very early stage build. Bunny, you want to say hi?
Yes, welcome everyone. I'm excited to show everything. We have. I want to thank you, Sarah, for being here. Thank you, Ox, for being with us. It's a pleasure since you've been following us for a long time and helping us, trying to share the word about the game. It's a pleasure to be here with you, showing everything that's new to you and to everyone else. So welcome everyone.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm excited, and it is not a competition. My beard is better. Let's just hands down. It's straightened. It's manicured. We've already discussed this. Bunny's like he's already tapped out before we went live. It's fine.
I'm so happy that we got like all three stages of a beard. Like you can start like with me, like just barely any beard since I shaved recently. That it grows to be a bit like Bunny, and then you get Ox's beard.
Well, it's not easy to get from where you are, Sarah, to where I am right now. It's still a lot of months.
Yeah, it's a high how do you say, like a skip jump, high step? I don't know.
Well, it's increasingly higher as it needs to be bigger, right? Like from you to me, it's what about like 3-4 months, and then from me to Ox, it's like one more year of beard.
And I tried.
Okay, so full transparency, November. I shaved in November. So this is 4, 5, 6 months, 7 months. And I've cut it a few times because I had to go meet like the CEO of my company. So yeah, it's I'm a wildebeest.
Chat, please just let me know. We're live right now on Twitch and YouTube. I'll be reading both chats. When we start the gameplay, I might not be able to keep up with all the questions initially, but I'll do my best to read all of them. We can do kind of like a pause, or just to read some of your questions and answer it after we've shown most of the gameplay we have to show tonight. But let me know, guys, if the audio is okay. Can you hear us fine?
Dude, I dig the new the new body types. Those are sick. All right, I'm gonna load in there.
Okay, I think we got good audio. Great, that's great to know. Bunny, you want to start? You think we should just go ahead and jump to the...
I'm already here. I'm waiting for you.
Oh yeah, so I'm the last one. Okay.
Oh, don't feel bad. I'm last. I just hit load assets, so we're good.
Sarah, are you creating your character already?
Not yet. I'm about to. Just let me transition. We can start that. Actually, let me hit play.
Where's the mountain I climbed?
So I just want to say some things before we start, which is like this is the most recent stable version. We actually have more stuff than what we're going to show today working already, but it's not a stable version. We wanted to make sure that this live stream is going to be cool to watch, and we can actually show the things without having to like restart the server constantly or doing any other kind of thing that we need to do to fix stuff while we play. So this is the most stable one. It's already a good version for us to try things. For some reason already, just as I was saying all this, I just got a user already connected problem here. I'm gonna have to restart the game.
What?
Yeah.
No, please let that not start.
Talking about stability.
That's when it's gonna fail, right?
We got some gameplay on screen, guys. This is what like one of the first iterations. Is that a word, Ox? I think iterations is a word, right?
100%.
That we got on character creation screen. We already got many updates to this character creation screen, right, Bunny?
Well, this character creation screen is kind of old already, but we have like a whole new project of the character creation screen based on feedback that we already got. Like the very first test that we did was asking people to test this screen, and we got a lot of feedback. We made a lot of changes, but this project was waiting to be implemented into the main version. So right now we are on a phase of development where this is one of the tasks, like implementing the new characters customization screen. This one's still the old one.
Yeah. I'm just taking some time to show you guys some of the different heritages we got for the Felvidae here.
For those that don't know, Felvidae is how we call these beings that lives in Senesus, which is the world of Profane, and those are the ones that players can play with. The different lineages that you can choose they are all the same race, but you can find them in different colors and with different skin patterns. And this is kind of like connected to one aspect of our lore, which is that the old beings inside Senesus is affected by the elements of the magic elements of the world. And so the Felvidae, they have like really different appearances for the different ones that you find around the world, because they were affected by different elements as well as they lived in the world of Senesus.
We're also aware that like hair looks kind of like plastic. This is obviously not how intended to be. On this build right now, it looks like that, but it's something we're gonna change in the future, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna finish character creation quickly. Not gonna show everything, so we can jump to the gameplay part. Let me put some ornaments here. Oh, by the way, in the language you guys see is Portuguese in the game. All right, let's log in.
I'm already cheating, just so you know. I've gathered everything already. All the resources are mine.
Thanks, Inside. Yeah, obviously we want to add a lot more options for you guys. This is the game loading all the stuff. All right, we're in. Oh, and I see we got a different tree in there, because in this build right now,
That's
guys, we're gonna see. I love it, Bunny. Thanks. We have mostly palm trees going around here. Obviously, also not something that we intend for when the game launches, but right now in this build, that's most of the trees we got. But Bunny helped embellish.
I just added like
right now.
4 different trees from the palm trees. The problem is that
Bunny, are you flying?
No, I was actually disconnected because I got
no.
that common mistake, which is like a common error, which is user already connected, and I'm trying to log in back into the world, and I'm not being able to. So I don't know. I was like stuck in request create avatar on the last time I tried to load. I'm just trying to go back in. But the fact that my character is still in there makes me think that I'm not going to be able to get in.
I think the quickest way to solve this, Bunny, is for you to create a new account. Oh,
really?
Your character logged off. Your character logged off.
Oh, that's the moment.
We got some technical issues. Ox, are you around here? Where are you?
I'm already gathering. I'm just letting you know I'm not waiting on anybody.
Bunny, you're
I want
back.
to have my axe so I can hit you with it.
Am I back?
I'm just waiting for y'all to get in.
I'm on like I'm stuck on the request create avatar right now. Yeah, probably I'm gonna have to create a new.
Yeah,
new
I think
account.
it's that's the quickest way. Just let me know, so I can get the token for you so you can access. We got a question from Hayam Martins. He asked if this is supposed to be another PvP focused MMO. You guys want to talk about that while we wait for Bunny?
Well, I can tell you that.
I hope so.
I can tell you that, like, when people, I can hear people walking around me, but I can't play. My character's stuck. Okay, just let me focus on leaving, and trying to create a new account. So I just don't like to say that it is PvP focused, because that would not be the core of the design. Like PvP for me is always I always see it as like the consequence of creating a world where people are free to do whatever they want. So like the core is actually giving the players the freedom to do whatever they want, and that includes attacking each other, because then you can do, like, when you have the freedom to attack everyone, you can have ideas on how you want to like control like access for spots, or for like places where the resources are rich, and then you can like have any kind of idea of that. Like things start running the same way it runs in real life, where like you need like protection, you need to think about what you're doing. So it's not like PvP focused. We know that PvP is going to happen because people fight each other for stuff. So
Right.
we just want to like add a lot of content inside the world as well, and that's where I think it doesn't. It's not accurate to say it's PvP focused, because then people can think that this world is going to be like everything that is added to the world is focused on PvP. No, it's not. It's focused on RPG. It's focused on having a cool RPG experience. It's just that in a cool RPG experience, you're free to attack other people, and people are free to attack you. So that's how we go with decisions.
So
Like,
what you're
we
saying
think
is
about
it's
player freedom
it's
first.
something along like freedom, correct? More so than anything else.
Yeah, like it's freedom, something,
Exactly.
something, freedom. Just kidding, Bunny.
But I
Just
think
kidding.
having something in a world where PvP is an aspect that's not forgotten brings more of a risk versus reward.
Ox, just an important disclaimer: do not use the meteor jump skill. If it's you might not even have used any skills yet. And I'm thinking about moving BunnyJoker's camera on screen, since it's Ox. What are you doing? I
All the
did
right
not
things?
do anything to you.
Well, not yet.
Only tried to establish a healthy friendship with you. I've only been kind to you. I did not do anything wrong. I do not deserve this.
He's just like exploring his player freedom.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It looks and feel like it, certainly. Ox, I can see your shoelaces are untied, so you should probably tie them before, chasing.
Sarah, I'm gonna try to connect one more time, because I thought I
You're
think I
still
had
here.
two instances of the game running at the same time, and I didn't notice. And I think that's the problem.
One's out. Your first instance is out.
Okay, then that's it. Yeah.
So I think that this could be the problem. I'm just gonna
Probably.
try to log in again with the same without having two instances of the game, and
Okay.
maybe it's gonna work. If it doesn't, I'm gonna create a new account. So like, you guys, like, don't wait for me. I can find you later. Just start exploring. I would say, like, you on this build, you already have like crafting of a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Ox.
Yep.
Since it's your first time after some new additions to the game, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be wise to try to use that menu on the upper part of your screen, because it shows you the UIs that you can access to like to craft, like
Yep.
guild. And,
Already got an axe going.
Some other new stuff.
Almost made a guild.
You almost made a guild. You
Yeah,
will
I
get
was a
5
little
friends
short.
for that. That's really expensive.
No way you jumped over that. No way.
Buddy,
Absolutely no way you did that. That was.
I believe in being true to the
No,
spirit of the game.
that was ridiculous. Can someone please clip that? That was so lucky. Are you gonna catch me? No, you're not.
Oh, you blinked, you son of a gun.
Just whatever.
You jumped backwards.
You saw. You,
I'll have you know, I'm
He's
very
gotten better.
good at running away. Okay, like
That's
very good.
a skill that most people don't have. That is good.
You will not find me right now.
hey,
Good
Ox, I
luck
think
looking
I think you have to stream snipe him.
Oh, no, I see him.
I think, yeah, he found me. Okay, so right now I'm climbing, guys, while we wait for Bunny. Obviously, climbing is not gonna be, you're not gonna be freely be able to climb everything for as long as you want, as it takes some energy, of course. and this is gonna be a limited thing, right, Bunny? So be
oh
it
yeah,
through stamina, I don't know what resource we're thinking about, but
yeah. There's going to be a special attribute that is like a kind of stamina. It's not the same thing as having stamina for everything. It's stamina for climbing, and you will increase your restriction from climbing, like upping your climbing proficiency. So right now we still don't have like proficiencies like that you can increase. So it's kind of as if you were already like the best of in everything that you can do. The project of adding proficiencies to the game is scheduled for like for us to start to actually deliver it still this year. So there are some things we want to do before that, like for example, creating like the whole world map, because right now we are in a region, and one of the next things we're going to be working on is actually creating the world map, which is like the sum of all the regions, and you being able to like change between them, like sailing by boat or swimming or anything you want to do. So
cool.
so just let me tell you guys, my like it's my account is actually broken right now, so I'm going to create a new one. It's going to still take a little bit longer. Sarah, what I suggest is like, since you're the one who are streaming, I would suggest like showing how is the first steps, like crafting an axe,
of
because
course.
like
I was
because
actually fixing your camera so people can see like the rest of the interface. Let me know if
okay.
that's better, guys. Okay, I'll start. Then okay, let's craft some stuff.
I like the crafting and how it starts out. Very survival. I like survival aspects as well.
Yeah, it starts a lot. Kind of feels kind of like survival in the beginning,
Yeah.
although that's obviously not the focus.
Right.
Like
Because
the main thing about looking like survival is that we want players to be able to like build things out of like out of nowhere. I don't want you to depend on like talking to NPC to be able to craft stuff. You know, like if you want to go to a region, to an empty region where nothing was there, only like basic resources, you can start from scratch over there without depending on anyone or any NPC or any factions or anything. So
Really?
like being able to like collect like flames on the ground and sticks and crafting your first axe and then taking down trees and then using that wood to craft I don't know, structures, like this is something that must be the choice of the player, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, creating a new account here.
okay.
And
Oh,
Sarah
yeah.
actually said like, Bunny, you should be the first one to be there, because then we can guarantee that nothing's going to be wrong, because wrong things happen to you.
That's
And I'm
exactly what.
here,
Yeah.
and I'm
I
here
have-
outside the game where you play it. And I was there first.
Yeah, you know, just as this is
Ah.
actually just as we expected.
Crazy.
Like,
Yes. I don't know why. Even those kind of things happening to me my whole life, I still don't know why. I still believe I'm going to be able to like run smooth with things.
So as far as where you're at in development right now, I know that we've talked in the past about how your skills will be dynamic and found in the world. Are you still set on that, where you'll be able to find skills in the world just because you climb the top of a mountain and there may be a skill up there? Or I know that and the old build that you all had before you revamped to do and make a better platform that you were happy with, you took me down below and you're like, oh yeah, there's like a chest down here and it's a maze, and it was kind of neat looking to see that you hid things certain places that if you found it, you were lucky enough and you can get it. Are you still going along that type of situation?
Yes, exactly. Like the thing we love the most about creating a world where it's not like made by hand, but made by good rules, is that we can guarantee that the mysteries of that world is going to be safe. Like it's not you're not going to find all the mysteries down on a wiki page of the game. You know.
Right.
Then there's no mystery anymore. And then when you find something, it's not something that you feel proud about, because then you say like, okay, anyone can find this. They just have to look online, and that's not something that we want to work this. We want it to work this way on Profane. So so like most of the mysteries and things we want players that likes to explore to find. They're going to be on like unique, never before places. You know. because it's like same lightning falling down on the same spot. It's not going to happen, or if it does, it's going to be really rare, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just like based on rules instead. So like if there is an elemental skill that you can find, there is like more based on the mind element, and you find it, and we want you to find it underwater. That's going to be the rule that we're going to add to how players can find that elemental skill. It's not going to be
cool.
like it's not going to be like the one of the devs went inside the world and chose a spot and put it there. It's not going to be like that.
That's awesome.
So everything's going to work like that when it comes to how the world is built and how things are scattered around the world, especially the mysteries of the world.
Okay. So where you're at right now, how do you feel about it? Do you feel good with the state that you're in? Do you like what's your perception?
Guys, right now you cannot see on screen. Sorry, guys, just because
problem.
your cameras are covering the chat. But just so everyone knows that on chat, like you can see like resources that I'm gathering and stuff. I've been opening my bag to show you guys that I've been gathering stuff, but just so you know. Go ahead, Bunny. Sorry.
No problem. So on this state right now, there are a lot of like quality of life things that that is already bothering us. So that's why right now the whole team is working on like refining the experience based on feedback of the last few tests that we did. We're doing tests every week. Like it's been like what Sarah, 3 months that we're doing tests every week with the community. So we're getting a lot of feedback about how things can be better on how you craft stuff, how do you deal with different kinds of UI, and on the combat as well, and animations of the characters, and we're working on all of those right now. But on top of this, there is still features missing that are big for how we want the world to work. And so those are kind of like one of the ones I already said here, which is like the world being.
Hi, Ox.
Sorry.
Thanks for participating. I hope you enjoyed.
I forgot that I could put more spells than I had on there. You said no meteor, right?
Meteor
If it's
jump.
Meteor
jump.
something. That's the exact skill Ox is going to try to use when.
No. I didn't want to use it, so I
himself.
stopped. I was like, oh my god, because it's funny because when we were getting started, he goes, "Okay, don't log in." Or wait, don't start. Or wait, just don't go past character creation. I'm like, oh shit, I'll just turn it off because I was already past all the places he said not to be. So it's actually kind of funny. So that's
Okay, this is not the rock I want. I actually want this rock. Got some coconuts here. How are we doing,
Now,
Bunny?
are the rocks a certain thing, or?
I think I'm in my new account right now.
We got different types of rocks.
exactly
You can
Okay.
not quite differentiate between them yet. One of them is darker. That's the iron ore, where you get most iron ore from. You can get other stuff from it, but you will get mostly iron ore. And then we got two other types, if I'm not mistaken, that you get crackle. Do you remember the other one? Do you have one for Ixonite specifically, Bunny?
I'm sorry, Sarah. I was just trying to
right?
focus. Sarah, I'm gonna have to send you my email so you unblock my account, and I don't want to do it on direct message.
Okay.
I don't want to send it on direct message on Discord because I think you need to keep your Discord on the same.
No, you can do that. You can do that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can do.
All right, so let's the crafting. I like the crafting.
Okay, I just want to make it very clear to everyone watching that I will allow our CEO to play tonight. I'm a very kind community manager.
I mean, you are allowing it. The game might not, because that's what happens to me. Like I'm the only one who can't play the game.
Right?
Yeah, typical. I thought that by like being a game developer that was going to change, but it doesn't change. I'm always. I was banned from World of Warcraft for selling gold. I was like, not always the guy who is not there being able to play.
Bunny, you should be able to log in. Can you?
Okay.
Maybe.
Hopefully. I will go back. See if I can.
I'm anxious.
meet you.
Okay, I'm creating a character.
We got a
Yay.
question from João Perici. He asked like if these characters are racist because he's usually seeing the same coloring and texture pattern. That's because most of the content that we show, you see my character, and I just really like this heritage. That's why it's repeated. But if I can find Ox around, Ox, you want to be friends?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
You promise?
Yes, we can be friends.
Like very you know,
Like family.
like family. Exactly. Thank you. Yes. I'm actually going back to where we started to see if I can find Bunny. Bunny, are you in yet?
I'm on loading screen of death.
Oh, that's so badass.
Loading screen of death. You like that, Ox?
Yeah.
I like it. So as far as
yes,
skills
man.
and so forth, are you all planning on
I think that's Bunny.
doing skill-based stam, or is it just going to be used off of mana?
Hi, Bunny J.
You mean the different kind of resources you need to use to cast skills? Is that it,
Yeah.
Ox?
Yeah.
So like right now we're trying to make it simple, so it's just mana for everything, but things can change in the future. We're just like trying to force players to try to consider like managing only one kind of resource for his whole build, and I think we think it's enough for now. But depending on how other skills may work that we create in the future, they may require different kinds of resources. Not only something that comes from players' attributes, but even like reagents for casting skills or other kinds of things that we can like create along the way.
Guys, I'll be right back real quick. Just 1 second.
No problem, Sarah. Hey, Ox, how are you doing? So just because you have an axe, you think you can start killing people?
Yeah, well, of course. Well, actually, he's down. It's his own fault. You don't go AFK when you're in a PvP guild. Game, rather.
Yeah.
Kill's a kill, buddy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's cool. You
Sarah's
can
gonna be
revive
so
them.
happy about this. Oh yeah, you can put them up now.
Yeah, that's not
You
fun.
want.
Nah.
Oh,
He's got
hey, here's my
resources.
pickaxe. And
See,
here's
I got you. I got you. Taking care of you.
No way you did that. I'm back.
I didn't do anything. There's no proof.
Are you proud of it, Ox? There's
I mean,
no
a kill's a kill.
proof. There's no proof.
I think it's
Right,
absurd.
there's
I think
no
it's absurd, Sarah.
proof.
I would never do something like this.
So
Oh wait,
when
thanks for
crafting
that.
something
Um,
happened. All my equipment's dropped. What happened? Just kidding. Just
Oh, I like that. So if I hit tab, hold on. If I hit tab, it goes over my shoulder, left or right shoulder. Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
like if you're zoomed in, then you can hit
Yeah,
tab to
yeah.
change. And yeah, that's just it for now.
That's just it.
I was gonna talk about something totally different, which is like changing the instance of weapons in your hand, and I don't know why I was making this connection because it doesn't have anything to do with manipulating the camera. So
I like the fact that I carry 2 weapons.
You like that?
I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah, I think you need it.
okay,
Hey,
guys, what do you
No.
want to do first? Like, what is the first thing you think about doing when you're like
I-
naked
so
in the
okay,
middle
so
of
if
the
I've
forest?
got
really wanna
I've got
help.
I got basic weapons, right? So if it's I would say armor, that would be cool. Like how do you go about? So I guess would you need to build a house? I mean, like what's my next steps as the person saying I'm new to this world? Hello world.
Well, there are some options like
Okay.
trying to get to
Take a
build an
punch.
armor right from the start is something that you can do. It's just that there is not too many options of kinds of armor that you can create without using even like a workstation. So
Okay.
for some of them, building a workstation first will make sense. But since people can destroy anything you have in the world, like creating a house before creating a workstation could be better because then you can like store the things that you're collecting in a chest inside your house and then use that to build a workstation and then use the workstation to create armor. But like for instance, there are some armors that are like for instance there is a leather armor, I think, that you can create just by collecting hide from carcasses on the world.
Okay.
So
That's
this is
true.
something that you can do without needing anything else.
Okay.
Just one thing, Sarah. You guys cannot see me move, right?
We can.
Sarah, try to move.
What?
Oh.
I can see you.
Oh,
You're
no.
moving.
What?
No, wait a second.
What is it?
Oh, wait a second. There's like I'm going around Ox right now, and I don't
Yes.
see that. Oh no, it's
You
just that
are.
I'm crazy. I'm watching your stream, and it's kind of late, and I was like, I was just got everything confused. I'm sorry.
Everything's gonna be
So
alright, Bunny.
yeah,
Everything
I'm
is
just like I'm
awesome.
afraid I'm gonna get disconnected again. So
So a hut's
so
not that
Ox,
hard
you want to build a
to.
house? We can start building a house together, or we can just
How
like if
about
you
we
want to
work
collect
together for
hide.
something? Like, do you
Yeah,
If you
guys?
want to
let's
collect
build a
hide
hut.
from like this is a carcass. If you want to collect hide from this, you
Yep.
you will need to build a dagger first. Then you can
Yep.
skin this and use the hide to create like
So
a
right now
leather
I've
armor.
got
And we
I've got
definitely need a chest too, because I'm
yeah. So
almost
I was
running
able
out
to
of
build a
space.
bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's the bone.
That's the bone. The bone is made to be like this on Profane
Yeah.
because people will be squares in the future,
Yes,
and
my
they
bone
need
looks
squared
exactly
bones.
like that. It was inspired on X-rays from my bones, guys. Totally a feature.
It's totally a feature.
Now what the hell is this right here? It's like
Probably Bunny.
Let me see what you're looking at, Ox.
Oh, he's taking silk.
Oh,
Or
so we don't have those mobs on the game yet. I mean, on the most recent versions we have them, but on this stable version we didn't have them, which is like it's kind of like crab creature, but it's also
Okay.
a spider. It's kind of like spider crab, and
Okay.
they create this kind of like cocoons, which you can collect some kinds of silk from it, and you can use to create different kinds of cloth gear. So
okay.
so
Now
those are
when
stuff I
I'm
can use.
gathering, I do see it in the chat where it says like you've gained 5 plant fiber, 5 sticks. Will you have plans for having a progress bar across the top slightly so you know where you're at as far as how much resources you've depleted
yeah.
from that? Okay.
Yes, we're
I mean, I
working
figured
on this
so.
right
These are
now.
more just
'cause-
obvious.
Yeah, it is obvious, but we didn't know how fast we needed to create this because we need to prioritize everything all the time. So
Right.
like sometimes we just like creating the boat for you to sail around, and we didn't create like tracker for the recipes you're trying to do.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
like we were like we actually got a lot of feedback on this, and we know this is something that bothered a lot of people that played the game on the last test that we did, and a lot of people were saying like I cannot track the resource and I want to craft stuff, and so we're working on this right now. Like we already approved of like the UI that our team created, and it's going to be on the right side of the screen, and you're going to be able to open the crafting window and choose which recipes you want to track, and you can track more than one recipe at the same
very
time.
cool.
So this
Okay.
is being created right now.
Okay. It feels good. The movement, I think the movement feels better since obviously the last time I played it, there's been improvement. So that's really nice. It feels like you're part of.
do you
I
mean
think the way I described
character
it was you were
animation
flying.
movement?
Yeah, the movement of the animation, how fast you feel the things moving past
Oh
your
yeah,
face.
remember when we talked about like
Yeah.
the like
Big talks
like,
about that.
The feet moving felt like they were not the thing moving the character forward, and it felt like the character was sliding, right?
Yes.
We
yes, and
actually,
that's
since
nice.
we published some videos showing this walking animation, we got a lot of feedback from the community too, and this is also something that has already been changed. It's just not. Wait, is it finished, Bunny? I'm not quite sure if it's finished yet, but it's something that we're working on and will be changed. The walking animation and running animation, I mean.
Well, we created some already, like new versions of running on animation and attacking with axes and attacking with daggers. So those are the ones that we prioritize to create new versions of it. There are still a lot of new kinds of animations, and this skill that you both just use, the character is actually like almost not doing any animation when you do it, and this is something that we have a new animation already, and we actually shown to the community this the new version of this animation for this skill. So there are some that we're creating already, and we're kind of like the same thing. We're prioritizing based on what we get from players
enough.
helping us with the tests. So they say, "Oh, the running is so weird, and why don't you change that?" So like we saw that a lot of people were saying that, and we already worked on a new one. It's just not implemented yet, and as I say, like this is like version 0.9, I mean 0.2.9,
Yep.
and we are already on the like internally we are already on the 0.2.14. So there are like 5 times that we added new stuff and
Oh, wow.
created new builds. That we are like kind of behind it on this one, but the other ones is not so stable. It's like it just
Right.
goes, oh, let me grab this piece of tree, and then server crashes. You know.
Yeah. And
Oh,
So-
okay, okay.
I don't know if you
Understood,
guys
yeah.
were
that's
keeping
fine.
up with our roadmap, but we actually started working on mobs too. So some of the most recent builds, we got mobs.
Have those mobs?
Filling the world. We're still working on like their AI and behavior and all that, but at least the world starts to be filled with mobs too.
Yeah. Now, when you do that, are you going to remove the resource from the beginning?
What do you mean?
So
Yeah.
right now I can go up, if I have a dagger, I can pick up hides. So once you have animals, will you remove that from the resource gathering? Or you'll keep that on early on?
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
the carcass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of placeholder. Yes, we did it because we didn't have mobs and we needed this resource to spawn on the world.
Right.
But I like it. I don't know. Maybe just make it rare and not something that you find all around. You know, so you depend
Right.
on like having to kill NPCs. But like having the player being able to find carcasses, especially if we link this to a place where an animal died actually. So then we have like the real thing happening. You know. So
Right.
Probably the
How do
way
you
we're gonna
guys
do it.
feel about migrating somewhere else? I really
Oh, yeah,
feel
let's
like
go.
crossing
Let's
that
explore.
mountain. We should cross that mountain, maybe go around it. I don't know if you guys want to go around it or climb it, but just go somewhere else and show more of the world.
Lead the way, Sarah. Lead the way.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gathering
for
for the house.
Another thing that we can focus first is creating a tailor workstation, because then we can create more bags for
Oh,
us.
okay.
Because you're probably already suffering for a low inventory space.
Oh yeah, I'm full.
Then we can craft like 3 more small bags, which is going to be cheap and help us a lot. So we need to. I can focus on crafting the tailor workstation.
Okay, I'll get
tailoring
us
workstation.
some chests then. I'll start with the chests. Is that okay?
Chest, okay. So let's see the tailoring workstation.
So right now it's kind of a mad dash to get content in and quality of life stuff. What's your leading priority right now? I mean, I know you say everything, but like, what do you find to be something you're constantly going back to and
Do you
going?
guys see
let's
that
improve.
arc in tunnel? Let's go under it.
Right there on that arc? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Sorry, Ox, can you ask that again?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I see resources. Sorry. So right now, I mean, obviously it's a lot, right? There's a lot going on. But what are you finding that you're consistently? Because I know you're sort of a perfectionist. So what are you finding that you're not 100% happy with? You're like always going back to no, this has got to be better. This has got to be better.
Well, we talked about animations, and yes, for sure. The way the skills are working right now, it's already being revamped as well as we speak by the engineering team. So that's something that was bothering us. Like we weren't able to create the active skills that we wanted, and we're not satisfied with them. So we're kind of like recreating the tool that we created to create skills. We're polishing it like to be much better and to give the game designers more freedom to create good skills with that too, you know. So this is something that we wanted to, like, one of the biggest things that players are going to do in Profane is collect skills, you know. So we got to have a good tool for that, you know? So, and we weren't satisfied with the first ones that we created, so we're going to finish recreating the new tool to create skills soon, and then game designers will probably be able to add a lot of skills to the game, so we can like have different builds and stuff. So this is one of the things that I want to make to fix as soon as possible.
Okay.
And
Bunny?
yeah.
Can
So
you?
I'm kind of lost. Where are you guys?
We went under the arch that we spoke of.
Oh, you're on the other side. Okay.
Yes. And I just noticed that time is frozen.
Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm gonna unfreeze it.
So yeah, we can have time.
Normal
going.
time.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
now it's
now
going.
the sun. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's around that time. So we're gonna get a sunset, and this side of the region is where we get the best view of sunset.
We're in the right place then.
Yes.
That's why you remembered. You saw, where is that beautiful sun?
Yeah, exactly. I was hoping like, wait, are we gonna get the sunset on this side? And then I noticed time was.
Yeah, I almost I have everything I need for a tailoring workstation. I'm gonna need a little bit
I
more
have a chest
rocks and
already.
plant
I'm just waiting for us to set like where are we gonna start doing stuff. You guys gonna settle here?
fiber.
Where are you guys?
If we want to go all the way to building an altar, and I'm very anxious to talk about this. We can like the thing that players will do, like if there was a lot of players like playing on this region right now, we'll try to create the altar on a place that where the resources are abundant, you know. So then like because having an altar, you can tax other players collecting stuff around your altar.
Oh, really?
It will be good to place an altar in a place that where we think a lot of, oh look, house.
Aha!
You got a house?
Yeah,
You
hell
got
yeah,
a
dude.
hut? Wait, who did that?
It's
I got a
too,
house, bitch. Come on, you. Who did it? You're talking
It's
to crafter
true.
extraordinaire. It's not.
It's
Oh
too
wait,
small.
that's
Three people.
your. It would be a
Three people
shame
and one
if
more
it
extra.
went
I mean, it's
to
it
the
looks like a
ground,
guard
right?
shack, like a little shack. But look, this thing's dope, dude.
But it's got 500 HP.
Oh, that's so cool. I can
You
pick it
got
up.
It back. No, yeah, I can get it.
We gotta
from
build a
you,
flag
too.
on this house.
Yeah, I
Like
want
if
that
there
hut.
was players wanting
Oh,
to
I created
destroy
a
this
guild,
house,
bro. Y'all want to be in my guild?
I do.
I want to be in your guild, Ox, please.
Please, Ox, please.
How the hell
Hey,
you do
where's
that?
the house?
Invite me.
Where's the house?
He's not sharing. He said he wants the hut for himself.
Yes,
That's
it's my outhouse. All right, let me see. So first off,
gonna
I
have
think
to
I
kill
did
off.
this. There we go.
Guys,
and then we.
feel free to ask any questions on chat too, so you can join us on the
I want to
conversation.
face the sunset, so right there, there she is. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because you were able to rotate
Yep.
your hut, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna
this is
place a
dope.
chest here outside. Then we got a chest.
Okay, and that wasn't too hard to kind of get established either. I mean, I did that fairly quickly, so that's nice.
Okay, what else?
Dorian's used to this.
I think I'm
Okay.
Plant fiber.
crafting.
You guys have 40 plant fibers?
I got 20.
20?
I have
Give it to
24.
me, I'm
Here
gonna
you
craft
go.
tailoring. Oh, thank you.
24 on the thing.
24?
Right.
I think that's all. Let's see.
Okay, so
Alright,
what are you
so
crafting,
yeah.
Bunny?
The tailoring workstation, so we can create bags.
I'm getting more wood, but I'm going like a bit far away from where we are, so we have trees around our house. I like the
Okay.
shade.
Okay, I like this.
Ox,
So,
I'm gonna put the tailoring workstation inside your house, okay?
okay.
It's there. Can you see it? I can see it. It's too dark.
It is very dark. Oh, I see it though. Oh, that's cool. It's like a loom. So
Yeah,
when you
it's
have
cool.
that, do you have to click on that, or are you just able to open up recipes being next to it?
Yeah, being next to it is enough for you to craft a lot of things that needed this, like crafting like extra bags. So let me see what
So
we
can
need
do-
to create bags. Let me see.
Bunny, we got a question from.
So a small bag is. Sorry, Sarah, just 1 second. A
Go
small
ahead.
bag is
Yeah.
2 leather and 5 linen cloth, which you can craft using plant fiber. So I'm gonna collect more plant fiber, and we're gonna need like leather, which you can craft with hides
Okay.
as well.
Oh, understood. Okay. Nice.
Sorry,
All
sorry.
Let me.
Yeah, no, don't, no worries. We got a question from Beguta21 or Beguta21. He asked, "What about pets and mounts? We have plans for mounts, Bunny?"
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ooh.
This is something that I think it's that has a big role as well, especially mounts. We need to balance how it's going to be because we will have mounted combat, just like the same way we had on pre-alpha, but
fun.
like on pre-alpha there was like just the small set of skills, and we're definitely gonna make a way that people who want to do mounted combat is not going to be able to use escape skills all the time, only if it's something made to be used while you're mounted. And all the other ones you're probably going to dismount as soon as you try to use them. So like doing a build for mounted combat is you're going to have to choose wisely which skills are you adding to your build, because you won't be able to use any skills that gives you like movement advantage, or you will, but then you're gonna just like the moment you decide to use that skill, it's gonna be the moment that you're gonna dismount and continue playing dismounted, you know.
So with mounted combat, do you find it to where look, I know at the end of the day we're gonna go down a rabbit hole here, and I'm okay with that because you are a bunny and I like to joke around. But Sarah can't relate, and that makes it even more fun because Sarah killed me already. Where are we? I can do it again. Where are we considering like UO? Remember bolos? So if you were having mounted combat, you could hit somebody with a bolo. Will you guys be bringing something in there for like dismounting mounted combat so you could bring the game to the ground and off the mount?
Oh yeah, we already had this on pre-alpha. We had there was 2 ways you could craft potions on pre-alpha. One of them was like creating potions for you to drink, and the other way was like creating potions for you to throw. And one of the
explode pots.
Yeah, there was one explode pot which was like grog. So you will like toss it on the ground close to the guy who is mounted, and then you will dismount him because he's gonna be wasted. And when he's wasted, he cannot mount, so he's gonna be dismounted because of that. So this is something that we did before, and we're probably gonna bring this back because like grog is something that is part of our lore.
I actually picked up a bottle of grog earlier. I wasn't sure what it was, so I was like,
oh yeah, right. Right now,
Yeah.
I think you can craft some potions, but they're not going to work. Potions are not working yet.
Okay. So
you can still
we got an Ultima
crafting.
Online fan on YouTube chat.
And you have it in Twitch too, by the way. I have to say, I sent my alter ego 24. He's here. He's an amazing UO streamer, and here's one of his quotes:
"Higher than giraffe titties on a hot air balloon."
So just know the type of people you deal with. They're not too bright on Ultima, but we love each other, and it's a small community. And once they fall in love with the game, they're there forever. 25 years and counting? But I do have a question from my chat, if you don't mind. It's a multiple question that has to deal with the structure of your servers. And obviously that's subject to change, being where we're at. But Dorian said, is there going to be one mega server or multiple small servers that will sort of connect? What will your max amount idea of how many people per servers? And is it how many, you're going to have like 6, 7, 8 people per characters per account? Like what's your account's going to look like as far as structure? Will it be, because of what, famous thing right now is, hi, welcome to the game. You have 3 character slots, but for $5.99 you could buy another character slot, which is totally fine. I don't disagree with that type of mentality. But so first and foremost, servers, are they going to be large or small clusters that will come together? The other one is like what sizes do you plan on having on the smaller servers if that's the case? And then what type of character slots do you plan on having? It's like a 3-layered question.
Okay. So the servers, there are going to be a lot of servers taking care of different regions, and they are going to be like connected, and they are like, we want to make the most to make them feel really connected and not just like get inside a portal and then get like teleported to another region. It's not going to be like that. You're actually going to have to go to the edge of one region, like build a boat and start sailing by yourself or with your team or your friends, and then actually like go across like by sailing. Nothing's going to be like automatic. You're just going to go across from one region to the other. There can be at the beginning there probably will be a little bit of loading when you're in the intersection, but we will analyze like where are you on the edge of this server, and we're going to add you on the edge of the other server exactly where it should be if you went on that intersection. So there can be loading screens, but it's just going to be on that intersection. We will try our best to make this become seamless in the future, but it's not something that we find mandatory right now. We just want to make the world, the world of the map of the world to be consistent, and not something that like the regions are kind of like scattered around. It's not going to be like that. They're going to be like really connected on a hexagonal map. How do you say hexagonal map?
Yeah, hexagonal. Yep.
Yeah, hexagonal map. So
it's so funny. You guys always ask how you say something, but you always get the right answer. When you and Sarah asked me, is that
It's
how you
just
say it? And you're
insecurities.
exactly how you say it. Which
But
is
it's
just funny. But
sometimes I'm not sure if I'm saying it right.
no, you're fine. But it's funny. Like we were talking about meads and stuff earlier, kind of when we were getting started, and you're like, oh my god, that's exactly how we say it. Like it was just, I always love when we have that like little
you
connection.
just said a Portuguese word, and I was not expecting that.
Well, what do you know? I might be doing Portuguese on the side just so we can connect on a higher level, Sarah. Come on.
Yeah, okay, then let's start.
I suck. I can
Portuguese.
say one word, and that
Oh,
was the
no,
word we said
this
earlier.
happened. Okay, let me
Did
go
you just
back.
teleport in the house?
Yeah, no, I accidentally went through the ground.
So I'm collecting a megaton of stuff to just like kind of craft and stuff. I do like
Same
crafting.
thing here.
So I know we're just kind of chatting and stuff, and I'm showing you know, my stream as well as you showing your stream, and I just kind of what we're doing. So they're, you know, I love the animations that you guys had with each type. I like the fact that I don't have to equip said item to do my gathering. Thank you for that. It makes it so much easier. It's nice. No, Hacks, it is. I don't believe they're going. And let me just check that. Hacks asked, he said, is it consensual PvP? Or is it, oh, you're in the world and it could happen?
Right, Bunny? Bunny just
Hey.
consented to this PvP.
It's not. It's
Was that
consensual. only.
consensual, Bunny? Come
Yeah,
back here.
yeah, I was like,
let
I
me
was
show them
totally
your
in.
consent. Let
I
me
was
show them
totally
your
in.
consent. Oh, you're gonna climb the house? Do you feel safe up there, Bunny?
Yes.
Do you
What's
feel-
amazing
do you
is
feel
I want everyone to
consented?
know that Sarah has spent some time in game, because when we first got in here, he could not PvP to save his life at all. At all.
He's
And
been
now
training.
he's over there doing all kinds of stuff. He's training 6
This
to
is
8 hours a
actually my
day.
first time.
In this
This
world
is
creation.
Profane, right? I think that's the name of the game.
So the other question was, wait, the first one was servers. Sarah, we're all working on the same thing here.
Yeah, I'm working on something too.
Yeah. Like
So,
I'm
so
trying
yeah,
to,
like servers, like what's
I'm
your
trying
vision?
to create bags for you.
Oh wait,
I'm gonna
bags?
give
Weren't
bags
you working on
the
workstations? Who's working on workstations?
I was
How many guys
doing
want a party?
the tailoring workstation. It's already inside the house, Sarah.
Oh,
That's
we got
already-
a tailoring workstation in
Yep.
inside. No one tells
I'm
me
already
that.
creating. I'm already creating bags for us.
Oh no! Yeah, I got.
Ooh, what's that?
How do you say catraca in English?
The thing that counts when people pass
yeah,
through it.
I got kicked out, you know, and got sent back to where we start.
You know what they
Oh,
say?
really?
It's an American term. I don't know if you guys say it in Portuguese, but that's your bad angel.
My bad, Angel.
Yep, and what that means
Oh,
is you
and I
did bad
just-
things and bad things happened. You were attacking Bunny.
Oh yeah. I just used the most common way for.
As you guys can see, this is a
GMs
special
to save
feature we
themselves.
have where you can go through the mountain wall and just climb from inside the wall. Totally a feature, something we got.
I mean,
planned.
so you're insecure about your. No, listen. I work in Fort Lauderdale in the Miami area in Florida, and so of course there's a tremendous amount of bilingual. And one of the things that I tell my employees, you should never ever feel self-conscious about learning another language. The simple fact that you're taking the time to learn the language should be enough. I have messed up. So just full transparency, when they go in and they do their snobby, no American, Brazilian, whatever, Portuguese, whatever streams, and they're all in there doing their little languages, and I'm
able to
not
climb.
understand anything. I go into translator and I start translating English to Portuguese, and it's the worst.
All
I
right,
suck at it so bad.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
going
it.
back.
Are you coming up and over? I can see you. Yeah.
Just climbing.
Is there going to be flying mounts?
What do you
Line
think,
mounts.
Bunny?
Well,
I love that question. That's my favorite question.
yeah, just because Sarah likes to look at my face when people ask that. It's not that I hate flying mounts. It's just that I think it takes out a lot of the adventure out of the game. So
Yep.
and maybe it works for linear games like WoW because like sometimes you just want to like shortcut from one spot to the other. But on games where everything is happening, like, and actually everything is changing the world, and players are like I don't know, creating schemes and plots and to try to do different stuff, like always having to look up because you can like be ganked by people that are flying above your heads is not
Yep.
cool. Like I just want people
Yep.
to like look to the look to the horizon and try to predict what's going to happen in a few minutes, instead of like just like having to look up and then flying mounts becomes the meta because like everyone needs one if you want to survive in a world like this.
That was
So
Burning
like
Crusade.
we got rid of the idea. We will never
Good.
add flying mounts on Profane, especially because like player guilds defending their homes, they're gonna use walls and stuff like that, and being able to just like mount on a flying mount and just go across the wall and destroy everything that is in there doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So like because of the feeling of RPG and immersion that we want on this game, flying mount is out of the question. So like
Okay.
maybe we can do like things that can help you like glide, but just a little bit, so or stuff like that. Since we have rocks that are so big, but probably
Like those rocks.
if we do stuff like that, it's gonna be like something that we balance a lot to not break the game. You know.
Right. That's fair enough. Now, will you have so one of the things that we know very familiar with is rune books and runes. Will you have runes and rune books as a travel in the game or for latter parts of the game, or what?
Well,
What is
it's not like the rune book from you all. Your recall and mark and gate travel spells.
Yep.
They're gonna have. This is gonna be something common for everyone. You don't have to be like like
like a 100 mage or GM mage?
yeah,
Right.
100 mage to
Okay.
be able to use those. Maybe gate travel, yes, you should like up your magery proficiency a lot to be able to cast that. But mark and recall, since the game like is on a high magic setting where everyone get access to casting spells and use the elements of the world to create magical things, which will be considered magical through our eyes, like as humans, but not velvet eye for them. It's like something that is common in the world. Everyone's going to have access to mark and recall because, from the development perspective, we really think that this helps a lot with a game where you're kind of free to do whatever you want, and the world is living, and there is no like linear path. So this way you can guarantee that you're like creating a checkpoint. Like every time you mark a rune, you're kind of like creating a checkpoint, and having a checkpoint where you build your house, and having a checkpoint where you want to go to the bank or to the village of your friends, makes the world feels a little bit more easier to for you to access like the different things that you can do inside the world without having to waste a lot of time just traveling around, you know.
Okay,
So
okay.
we want players to travel around and explore without having to teleport all the time. But this is going to be usually to new places, the places you haven't been before. Like when you're inside the same region and you're already like used to going to your friend's house and then back to your house and then back to your friend's house, we want you to teleport around for this. So you're going to mark a rune on your house and on your friend's house, and you're going to be able to recall to them. But you're going to have a limit, and this is like the rune book would be like inside the preview casting of those spells. So as you try to cast a mark spell, your runes are going to be scattered like semi-transparent in front of you, like if you're imagining the runes that you have, and then you can point to one of them and click. And then you're going to choose that room to be marked with the position you're at. And when you call,
Very cool.
when you use recall, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to see a preview of the room or of the marked rooms that you have, and you're going to see which ones are close enough for you to be able to recall to them. Because if it's a room that you marked on another region, you're not going to be able to recall to this. You will still have to like get on a boat or try to swim all the way to the other region. If it's in the same region you're at, you're going to be able to recall to that room. So you can just like open this preview of your runes in front of you, like all in like spectrum of
Okay.
the like semi-transparent preview of your runes, and then you're going to be able to choose one and click, and then your character is going to summon calling for that room, and when it's done, you're going to be teleported. It's definitely not going to see something that you can use to run from a fight, because it takes a while for you to cast it.
I'm gonna fly, guys. I
Really?
just got kicked out of the house again. I will fly back.
I don't know why that's happening. Hey, Ox, can you try to... Ox, can you try to access the sign of your house right here? Because on the sign you can... on this sign over here,
with
just
the
point
door
to it
open, I should be able to get in. I don't know.
Yeah,
if,
you should.
It's got...
I'm just trying to make it better to
I'm
avoid this
thinking if
happening.
in this build, Bunny, if this might be
Were you able
the
to access the
glitch
UI?
because the tailoring workstation is inside, and maybe that's why. I don't
But
know
I'm
if
not.
in this...
I'm not being. I'm not. That's not happening with me.
That's
Look
not
at this.
happening with you.
And the only thing I can do is hit. Ooh,
Okay, so I'm
hopefully.
just not going inside again.
So
I don't
Ox,
want
if
that
you
to happen.
point the aim at this sign over here and then click with the right mouse button, you're gonna open the UI where you can add co-owners. And if you add Sarah and me, we're probably not gonna be able. We're not gonna be teleported out of it again. This is something that is faulty, because you should only be teleported out of the house if the door is closed and you're in there. That means that you hacked the game. So, but this is kind of like expelling Sarah even though the door is open. So I don't know why it's happening. It's just like a bug.
So I've added you. It may or may not work.
You added me or Sarah?
Both.
Go there, Sarah. Try to get in there. Go, bro. Go.
Oh
Go.
man.
Go.
Oh man. Okay.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Can someone please hold my hand?
Go. Go. Yeah. No. Yeah. You know why I think I'm not being expelled from
You're
the
the
house?
CEO.
No, that's because
Ah.
I added the
You're
the
the
workstation
owner.
over there.
Wait, but is Ox able to
I'm
go
gonna
in
take
there?
it out. I'm gonna put the tailoring workstation outside the house.
Okay, thanks. Do you want me to try again?
Okay.
I will try again.
Okay, it's outside the house now.
Yay. Okay.
Is it working? Okay, that's the bug.
So here, how do you? So you just stand next to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you stand next
stand
to
next to
it, it will let you craft anything that needs the tailoring workstation to be crafted.
Oh, okay, very cool.
I will craft us a carpentry workstation, so please don't work on that, guys, because that's what I'm doing. So
What are we gonna use that for, Sarah?
We are going to a carpentry. We need planks if we're gonna build anything bigger than this hut.
We have a ton of runes
okay.
right now.
Wait, what happened? Did I?
Oh my
Did you
god!
just
did
fly
you-
away again?
Oh no, it's that bug. Okay, there
What?
we
What bug?
go. I closed and opened again the recipe to craft iron ingot, and the last time I opened it, I wanted to craft 5 at once, but when I open it again and tried it, I need to
Yeah,
input
I
the
thought you
number
were
again.
experienced with this already, Sarah.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that. So,
So I am
need-
just crafting planks and things. This is nice.
I can't find one single flint. I just want one.
What's it called? I forgot. I need nails, yes. See, Ox, I don't always know the...
You need nails? I have flint. You need flint?
Wait,
I
why
need
can't
flint.
I
I'll be
craft nails? Oh, where are nails? Weren't they on blacksmithing?
Oh, I search it. I'm lazy as shit.
Sometimes-
I use the search function.
Sometimes I don't know if in this build it's working.
So the crafting is kind of neat. I like how you guys are having the crafting work and that you can be near the bench. Do you plan on doing something like Valheim did, where if you're near the trunk, you can use the resources from that trunk?
Oh, is that a thing on Valheim? Like
Yeah,
you're near a
yeah.
trunk, where the
So,
trunk
for
is
example,
like
we have like
on the-
50 flint. Yeah,
the trunk is on
there's-
the world. Is that it?
Well, so like if the trunk, so where I'm standing at right now, the trunk being so close to me, in theory, if I had say planks, well not planks, but if I had boards and all that stuff, and I was going to use these devices in front of me, it would be smart enough to know that I was within hand's reach, that I could grab from the trunk and then go to that device and use it. It was just kind of a neat. It was more like a communal chest that you could use.
Yeah. So the trunk is inside the chest. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, so
And the
example, like,
chest
so
is
if you-
close to the workstation.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I like this. I never thought about this.
So quality of life.
Remembers me a little bit of those factory games where you
Yes.
kind of like connect everything, and I like this kind of stuff. So like trying to create a chest close enough to a workstation, so then when you don't need the items on your bag. It's something that I like. I'm gonna bring this to the team, to the GD team, because I like this. I think it brings like a little bit more quality of life. So
like
it's good
example,
enough
like
for me.
right now, Sarah's doing metalworking, right? And instead of having all of the metal on the person crafting, it could be in that chest. And but the resources would then fall as you craft them. In theory, you would put them on your body
Because
and,
they're
and
close,
kind of
you
like
mean?
rinse them. Yeah, pretty cool. The chest, like so it's not fully Factoria, but it would just say, oh, I do see you have those resources. So we can make that instead of you having to run the 15 chests. Because once you play for a while, you'll have a metal chest, a wood chest, right? You start to kind of, well, OCD players will have a metal chest, a wood chest, a linen chest, right? Because they play a lot, they gather a lot. And what crafters tend to love is not having to run to 15 chests to craft one thing. It is really truly a quality of life thing. Not that it's a big deal or anything, but
yeah, I actually like this because like you're just like not having to ask the player to like grab this from the chest, put it on your bag, and then craft, and then put it back, and then put it back. Like it's just like making things easier since there is like if the game has a lot of things for you to do, there is like where crafting is just means to an end. We can like facilitate a little bit instead of having to manage items on the inventory slots all the time. It can be boring after a while, especially like on full loot games where you lose your loot and you have to do it all again.
Right.
Can we take some questions from the community that we got on chat?
Just one thing before that, are we focused on what next objective? Just so we can like talk about other topics.
I'm crafting the carpentry workstation, but that requires a lot of wood, though.
I'm creating bags for all of you, so that's my goal right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gathering all the things
because I'm out of space.
Okay, so we can take questions while we work.
Tasso asked when we were talking about mounts. He asked that perhaps instead of flying mounts, we could have flying pets. And he was thinking like falcons for hunting, for instance.
Oh, this is nice. I like it. So, like, going back to pets then, there's definitely going to be different, there's going to be a taming proficiency, and you'll be able to try to tame a lot of different kinds of beasts and animals in the world. Depending on your proficiency, you're going to be more successful or not. So this is going to be a major part of the game. Yeah, it's going to like everything that we turn into a proficiency is probably something that we're going to put a lot of effort in trying to make it as good as possible.
Very cool. Now with crafting and metallurgy coming into play, and doing obviously the different styles of metal. When building, I know I have obviously a metal shack right now, a porta potty. The higher level buildings, do you plan on those being built into different stone, possibly maybe metal and stone? What are your plans for building? Because obviously PvP and damaging of buildings is a thing, right? So is it behoove me to gather thousands of stone to get a better stone house instead of being wood?
Well, there's going to be a lot of different types of structures, and they're going to require different materials. So, like city walls, for example, is something that we there's probably going to be like progressions just like that. So, like if you're creating the city walls with just wood, they're probably not going to have a lot of shields, which are the things that people need to break before they can actually destroy the wall. They have to break the shields first. And each shield has like a cooldown, so you can like in one night destroy the whole set of walls that is protecting the city. You have to break all the shields, and then if the people on that guild doesn't repair those shields, then you can break another shield like 6 hours after when the cooldown is over, and then another shield, and then you can break it down. So like
you're saying no offline raiding.
no offline rating for player cities.
Awesome.
You can go there and you can break their stuff, and
Right.
they're gonna have to, when they come back, they're gonna see that all their constructions have one less shield, and they're gonna have to use resources to repair. But you're not gonna be able to like break the walls and get in there
Like
and get
wipe a
inside their
hole.
houses
Okay,
while they're
okay.
all offline. But but
Beautiful.
people are a little bit concerned if there's not there's always going to be kind of like a synchronous fight. You never see the enemy. So, but we have more features, which are the control points and points of interest, which are places that are not the player cities, but other places where those players that have a city are controlling, so they can farm resources better. So those are the kinds of places that they're going to be like vulnerable in a short period of time, and then everyone's going to try to be there to try to control it. This is the idea we have for like immediate like kind of conflict, instead of just like we go and destroy your base when you're offline, and you go destroy our base when we're offline, and this is something that just keeps happening. This will happen, of course,
Bunny,
but
uh,
only the counterpoints is going to be the place where you're going to see the like real time fights. So
Very cool.
just one last
So
thing,
like
Sarah.
Shadowbane.
One last thing, like uh, um, if you want to destroy the enemy's guild city, you're probably gonna have to capture their control points first, because that's where they're getting the resources to keep their shields up.
Oh,
You know, so
okay.
you first need to capture that. So it's definitely going to be like a real PvP happening over there. And then if you capture it, now you have those resources from those places, and that guild is not going to have enough resources if you keep trying to bash their walls until they fall. You know, so
Okay.
this is the kind of design that we're going through. We still need to test a lot of stuff. Right now, you can build an altar and a whole player city, but there's no walls yet. So like the altar is going to like there is a big role that altar has, which is like kind of represents the area that a guild is dominating. But without the walls, your altar can be attacked all the time, because people is just gonna walk across the houses and go to the altar and attack the altar. And every time you break an altar, it loses a little bit of the range of the territory that it can tax people over collecting resources. So
Really?
it starts shrinking every time they break it until the whole altar breaks. And this is something that is already in this build that we're playing right now. We can build an altar if you want. It's just gonna have we just need a lot
I
of
was
stuff.
actually going to suggest that, Bunny. I think you should create a guild, invite us, and then set an altar for us. What do you think?
Sarah, don't you want to create it? Because then people can see the UI and you creating it and giving it a name and
Makes
inviting
sense.
us.
Yes.
Because there is a
But
lot of things on guilds like how do you say,
can
the
you
ranks?
get me an altar plan then?
Yes,
Oh,
ranks.
you want an altar plan, like you want
Pretty
me
please,
to use cheat code inside
please,
Profane.
dear
Like
CEO.
I'm here,
Can you hand
representing the
me?
fact that we're never gonna do this kind of stuff.
I'm a poor, equipmentless, Felvadai, and I just really want an altar plan.
Okay.
I
Okay.
will invite you to my guild.
That's enough for me to be to cheat in the game. So Sarah,
Nice.
I will give you one. Just create the guild, invite us first, so we can see all the like at least try to simulate the process a little bit.
All right. Do I have 5 flints with me? I do not have 5
This is
Do
the only
not.
thing that I'm going to create. We still have to create our own stuff by crafting. Okay. So
Wait, you mean that people are not
next.
gonna be able to just instantly spawn like some?
Well, if they want to
Cool.
convince me and pay me by PayPal, that's fine.
Oh, so
Billion
we're gonna have
dollars.
pay to win. What are you saying, Bunny?
Nothing.
We're
nothing.
just kidding.
My-
We're just kidding.
I'm gonna add my PayPal on the chat.
This is a joke. I hope.
Of course, it is a joke.
Okay, I got a guild for us.
So back.
I'm gonna invite you guys over to my guild. I'm gonna invite Bunny first because he did not tell me this play session. Okay, Ox.
Hey, look, you know what? Save the best for last.
Did you get? Wait, it said not found. It said you're not found. Did you get an invite, Bunny?
His name is not Ox.
No, I'm trying to type your name.
My name is Bunny J. It's not
Bunny J.
BunnyJoker.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to invite you. I think it.
Oh, I got it now. I got it now.
Okay, yeah, I just had to press add
Good
member
try.
a few times. Okay, Oxford, you spelled that like OCXFOORTD.
Yes.
I
All
have
day,
no
all day, every
idea
day.
what I cannot replicate what I just said.
What?
Oh, I like that.
Did
little
you get an
Nice.
invite? Okay, I'm gonna promote Bunny.
All right, when you're promoting, I'm going to use the restroom because I've been having a few drinks and a whole bottle of sake because, well, I
All right,
honored
Alex.
our relationship and what we do. And Bunny was just like, I'm not going to do it this time. So I drank for both
Oh.
of us. So I'll be right back.
I have a beer at least. I'm
you
not
do,
drinking
and I
sake
appreciate
this time.
that.
Yeah, and I
I'll
will
be
be
right back.
drinking
Give me 2
sake if I
seconds.
have one.
Can I get an altar plan?
So Sarah,
I swear
me and
I
Ox,
worked
we are
really
generals
hard
and
for
you're
it.
chief. Does that mean something? Are you trying to like sabotage the whole company?
Yes. Was that
Okay.
really
It's
that
obvious.
obvious? Ah,
Yes.
I was trying to be, kind of low profile about it.
So you want the altar, right?
Yes, I would love that.
And you think that promoting me only to general and not chief is the way you're gonna chief this?
You want to get downloaded? You're asking
I'm
for
fine.
too much.
Okay. So okay, let's see. Altar. Okay, I just collected a lot of resources.
We
and I
did
crafted
not
this
make
for you.
not a single gear. Oh, altar plan. I found it on the ground. It's mine now. Okay, let me
You're like
craft.
naked people building an altar. This doesn't make any sense. We don't even have. Oh,
Where
we're gonna have to
am I
clear
going
the
to
area,
pla-
Sarah.
Yes.
No, I mean, come here, come here.
Where are
This
you
this
guys?
place over here. Try to aim this over this spot over here. Yeah, right there, right there. What I'm looking at.
Oh, we can't do it. Okay. Okay, this way. Are you
You
ready?
found the spot?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna plot it. Okay, ready?
I am ready.
Is
I am
everyone
ready.
ready? I'm gonna plot it.
Ox is not ready,
It's
but he's.
beautiful. Oh, Ox is not. Oh, are we gonna wait for Ox? Does he deserve
We
it?
should wait. We should wait for Ox.
Okay, everyone, raise your hand if you want to wait for Ox. I don't see anyone raising their hands, Bunny. I think we can plot it.
No, I want him to see that like the tax collecting area of effect that's going to generate.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, just because we're friends and we're hanging out and kind of chilling and officially talking, and I'm going to have a Krispy Kreme. Bunny, have you ever had one? Because you've come to the States.
I don't know what a crispy I don't know how to say this. I don't even know how to say. Oh,
What happened to Ox?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
I just literally watched you kill me.
Fine.
He just
Krispy
dropped to the floor.
Kreme. It's a
Everyone
donut.
saw it, right? He just simply dropped to the floor. Are you okay, Ox?
It dropped like it was hot.
Do you want me to heal you? I'll heal you. Don't worry. I don't know what happened. Wait. Oh, I'm so glad I'm healing right now. Oh no, wait. That's not. Yeah, that's not. Ox, we were just waiting for you, okay? I was
kill each other.
I was being
We're almost building an altar.
truthful to our friendship plan, okay? I will plot.
Holy
the altar.
crap, that altar is massive.
It is very.
So anyways, a Krispy Kreme is a donut that's amazing. And I have a key lime Krispy Kreme.
I will plot it
And-
in 5, 4, now.
3.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
You know what happens now? Like since we're all
Everyone
on the
dies.
same guild, we all can access this chest up here.
Mhm.
There's a chest up here. Where's the chest? Oh, right here.
I think it's right.
And then like everything that is collected inside the zone that this altar just created, it's gonna have like it's gonna be text, not text.
Text.
Like, it seems like I'm saying text.
Gonna be
not
texted.
Text.
Oh, so if I go out and I'm not part of the guild.
Yes, you should totally do that. Wait, what do
And
you
then
mean you're
you
not
start
part of the
collecting
guild?
resources like that tree. Like I think 15% of the resources collected is gonna end
Hey,
up
Scar-
in there and not in the bag of the player who's collecting resource.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
guys
just
should
collecting the tree right
totally
now,
go
see if
out there
something
and
appears over
collect
there.
it. Yes. I'll keep taxes low for you guys, okay? Not anything
No.
big.
As
Kinda
far as
something like
taxes are
around
concerned, can
70
you
or
change your
around
taxes?
80% of what you guys.
So you can see on the chat that it's something that you try to take from the resource actually when charged as taxes. So right now it's still nothing. I
Yeah,
already I
still
I
nothing.
collected everything that I
Now,
tried
are
to
you
gather.
able to tax your members as well? Because it says
Yes.
members are taxed. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
You
That's
are
very
able.
cool.
This is something that you'll be able to choose from.
Oh, we got
There's-
thorn algae. That how you
Really?
say
Where
it,
is it?
Oxford?
Algae?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
torn algae.
See?
Algae.
Algae, yeah. I
It,
just
it,
said
well, listen,
algae. Yeah.
it is June, so it is Pride Month, so we can say algae all we want.
Yeah, okay. It's thorn algae.
So only in the month of June we're going to be harvesting thorn algae all day. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that.
And also, if you could get the dev team to
Wood.
make it rainbow colored, that would be amazing. Only during June.
That's perfect.
It's amazing.
Can we get a clip
Okay,
of that?
so I see that I'm getting rare wood from the tree. Do you plan on having those rare, like when I'm doing rock, I'm getting a rare, not a rare. So when I'm doing iron, I'm getting rarities. So I'm getting gems. We're getting those items that like aren't like predominantly that item, like rare, right? Does that make sense? I can see your screen. You better not remove me.
What are you
I mean, I
talking
think that's
about?
kind of cool. You know, like, do you remember? I don't know if you ever played. I don't know what game that was. It came back out, had a big resurgence. We found out it wasn't pay to play, but it was how many accounts to play to win, and you would get lightning strikes when storms would go
gathering
over,
stuff?
and you would get a thunderstruck piece of wood that was very rare. I don't remember the game, but do you guys have anything like that where it would have something very cool like that?
What are we crafting now?
Environmental.
Sorry, Ox, can you ask it again? Sorry.
Yes.
I was like focusing
okay.
on trying to give you the bag.
It's okay. So, I don't know the name of the damn game. And Arcage. In Arcage,
Arcage,
thank you,
yeah.
Dorian. You would get a special piece of thunderstruck logs when storms would go over. Do you plan on having anything kind of like neat and rare? So, example, say you're near a mountain and a lightning strike hits the mountain, and it makes gold instead of say iron. Would you have something, or do you plan on something like that, or is that something you might think about?
Well, effects interacting with each other is something that we planned. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't add things like this to the game yet, like because you were in the water, you're wet, and then someone casts a spell on you, which has electricity, and then because of that you take more damage. So all this kind of stuff we want to bring to the game. We're not focusing on this right now, but I can say that we're creating the game in a way that it's ready to get this kind of behavior, because we created something that we call the tag system, which everything has tags. So like this house has like wood. This house has a lot of tags. So one of them is wood, and then a fireball has a lot of tags, and one of them is fire. And then we can make special rules where like a projectile which has the tag fire hits and takes and does damage to a structure that has tag wood, then the structure will catch on fire. You know, so. This is something that we created the game ready for this. We just didn't create those kind of behaviors yet.
Okay.
So like all kinds of stuff can be created when we have this kind of behavior, you know.
Very cool.
And there will be a climate system. It's not prioritized. There is still a lot of stuff, more fundamental stuff for the game that we want to create before adding the climate change stuff. We created a little bit of it, but then we kind of like put it in a drawer and closed it, and we're going to look at this again later on, because there was so many things that will get affected by climate that we just saw that like it's not the time to work with this yet, because there is much more simple things that needs to work properly before we start creating this kind of emergent behavior, you know.
Okay. Now, kind of a sort of same but follow-up question with behaviorals being a thing in game. I drop something on the ground. UO used to have this every 2 in game, or every 2 hours out of game, whatever that would equate to in game.
Ox, I missed you. Where are you?
I'm here. I'm at the house.
Okay.
I went foraging. Do you have plans on having something where, you have someone who has too much stuff and they're hitting stuff, right? Let's just say AFK foraging, which that's not what's going on, but they're hitting something and their bags are full. Something drops on the ground. How long does that stay in the world? How persistent is it in the world?
So right now, anything that you drop on the ground, like tossing, like throwing away from your inventory, it's staying only for 5 minutes. This is not the proper way you should try to put something on the world, So like, if you want to put a chest on the world, you gotta plot it. So you're gonna have to like right click on chest in your inventory, and then see the preview and plot, and then this is gonna stay on the world until someone breaks it. If you just toss something on the world, it's going to disappear in 5 minutes. This is not for now. It's a general rule for everything, but it doesn't have to be. So there can be stuff in the future that we're going to change how this timer works for other things. The only reason we make it this way for now is that we got to save server processes. You know?
Right.
It's not something that's going to make it different for everyone. Like there is already a lot of things spawning on the world, so this is not something that will make a difference right now. We just need to tell players that don't think you're like storing your things if you're throwing them on the ground in your house. Put them inside a chest,
Right.
And
then the chest
and then
is
everything's going to
protected.
work fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the
Very,
chest
very
is
nice.
protected by the house, and the house should be protected by a flag. We didn't put a flag on this house, so we can't be. People can't just come here and break it. If you put a flag on the house, then it's gonna be protected, and then you gotta break the flag first, and then if you break the flag, the house is gonna be unprotected again. And the flag has shields, the same way as walls and some other kind of structures.
Very
Hey
cool.
Sarah, before you kill Ox, you wanna grab one of those bags?
Finally, took you long enough to finish.
I want you to know I've
those
had a bag.
I'm answering questions.
I got
I've had a
like
bag for 10
it's
minutes.
been like 3 hours, and I got a small bag.
There's another one.
Small
here.
bag?
It's two small bags. Two small bags.
Yeah.
Right, small bag.
So right now, and I know it's kind of weird asking this question, but I think it really matters. And you guys are always very good with sharing whenever I ask these type of questions. What is one of the hardest things that you guys are struggling with right now? You will obviously overcome because that's what you do. But do you find it more difficult trying to say quality of life is more important than actual gameplay? Like we're talking about the chest being close by, and you're like, oh, that's a great idea. We'll talk about that. But where do you find the struggle the most? Is it prioritizing what you feel in the game and the team feels is important, or are you really trying to work on feedback after a test? Go, oh, you know what? Let's jump on that real quick. Like if this is more development, not necessarily where you are in the phase, but like whenever you have like a test or a closed test, what's your hardest struggle after a test with the feedback? Is it making sure it's just not them whining and like you're like, oh, it's just them complaining? Or is it, something along the lines of, well, you know what, that does make sense. How can we work that out?
Okay. So every feedback is valuable. Like there is no only a complaint, because in fact, sometimes you can just misread the complaint. So
Yes.
let's say someone is saying that they hate harvesting for wood, and then like you got to stop and think a little bit. Like, what is he hating about it? Is it because like the thing that he's trying to craft requires so much wood that he got bored trying to collect it all? Or does it mean that like hitting the tree doesn't feel good, like the animation is bad? Or does it mean that he just wants to do things that he's crafting to be balanced more, or anything like that, or he's just missing the fact that in the future we're gonna have proficiencies like lumberjacking proficiencies and stuff that's going to make everything more interesting. So like what we try to do when we get feedback is try to understand what was the pain that caused that person to give that feedback to us, and then we try to see if are there things that we already planned for the game that deals with this kind of pain, and is it only that guy? Is there only one guy that played the game that feels that, or is it common to see people complaining about that? And if it's something more that is more common, and we don't have anything planned to change that, then we will probably do it, create a task and create like a strategy to add something to the game to deal with that the best way possible. So like the same way you just said, like I want to track the recipes I'm trying to build, and that there is something that we heard a lot, and we said, okay, this is not something that we can wait. Like let's keep creating the things we want to add to the game, and one day we put this thing that people are complaining. No, that's not the way we do it. We actually try to make two different kind of development phases and switch them back and forth, which is like one of them is adding new stuff to the game that we think the game needs. We developers think that the game needs, and the other and then we just like we schedule like 2 months to do only that. And then but since like a lot of user tests is happening as we are doing that, we are collecting a lot of feedback, and then we get to another kind of phase, which is fixing things and making things better based on feedback. So this is the way we're working right now. Like we it's not always 2 months, but 2 months is a good number. It's just so you get an idea. So it's 2 months working on new stuff, and then 2 months working on fixing stuff, and then 2 months working on new stuff again. And every time we create a phase, it means that we're going to deliver things that add value to the experience by the end of it. So we're not going to finish one phase of development without actually like creating a build with all the new stuff that we created. So we're not going to finish a phase with something halfway done. We are always plan the phase with things that are actually going to be there inside the game by the day the phase ends. And this is like we're training to develop like this right now, because we really want to keep working like this forever, actually. Even after the game is released, we're going to keep doing the same stuff, like fixing things and then adding new things, and then fixing things and then adding new things. We're always like this way we can guarantee that we're always be adding value to the experience of the game. Like it doesn't matter if it's making things better or just like adding new stuff. All of them are going to be something that the players expect. So
one of the things that a lot of people have been asking on the Discord that I've noticed, and what I loved is because you had the original rollout and then pull back to roll out the better quality game that you felt would be a better product, better, easier to develop on, so forth. Will there be a chance to get in an early buy for the American US side? Because I know that's one of the things right now that a lot of the US chat is like, oh, I want to buy in, I want to support. Do you feel that that's something that you might open up soon for early content, knowing that you're getting closer to maybe beta and having those testers kind of come in via that purchase to play type situation?
We are very worried on what is the best strategy to monetize, and I am particularly worried on doing like this is something that we did before already, and up until now those players are still waiting for the game to be complete. So the first thing that crosses my mind is like, we owe them a game now, So so the first thing that crosses my mind is like, let's create a real game that can be played by everyone before thinking about charging for anything again, And the idea of Profane is making it free in the end. So I cannot guarantee that there is going to be a moment that we're going to charge for access or not. What I think first is like, let's give all those people that are waiting for this game for a long time the opportunity to get in, play, and give feedback before we talk about like charging for anything, and if the feedback is already good and we're testing and we can get to a point where we are testing selling skins and stuff like cosmetics and those other stuff that we will to monetize. If we can test this before asking people for money to be able to play the game, then I think we're going in the right direction, because like we have to make it right. There's no way we're going to go there and like charge for you to get access, and then we're not making enough money to keep the servers up. So this is not optimal, you know. So like I prefer to refine our capability of monetizing the game as it is, with you being able to get in there, and we want to see if everything we are offering people to pay for, like, are we creating awesome skins, or people are ignoring the cash out? You know, I want to make this right first, and then I can think of monetizing strategies that goes beyond that. You know, so like I really need people to just be inside the game for now, and show us if we're getting it right, and giving feedback, even with the things that we're going to monetize, which are pure cosmetics.
But I say this in a way where it's sort of slightly displaced, and I know that that's a fear of yours, but I do know that there are people in the US that are just finding out about the game, because we talk about it on my streams. And of course, I've been so busy the last couple of months that I haven't been able to do much streaming, but it comes up, they talk about it in the Discord, and I know that they would love to have the opportunity to truly help invest into you as a developer to see a game move forward. So I know that the Portuguese side of things has had that opportunity, but if you opened up that early release type situation where your beta is a walled gate, those who vested could have the opportunity to beta test and make it better. I do think that that would be a fair or a nice thing from the US side as well. So there wouldn't be, we're riding the coattails for the investment that was already there. It's almost a guilty feeling, if that makes sense. Like, take my money. Is that, you know what I mean? And I think that's fair. I don't know what packages you may have offered to them, but I think it would be really cool to open it up to the US market only. So you're not charging someone who has already invested in you, the development, your company, the design studio. You know what I mean? I just, that, you know, I don't know. I'm weird like that. And I just, you know, I think that would be really cool to have that opportunity, because when people invest and buy in, there's just a little bit more excitement behind it. Like, granted, they come with more opinions when they invest, right? Like, you took $20 from me, so you have to make this my way. You know, we are a bit gluttonous, us Americans, but you know, I digress. But I would like to, you know, I think that would be really cool, even just to kind of maybe do a test and see if that happens. There's a lot of talk about your game. I don't think you guys realize that, especially in the UO community. They're hearing about it more and more. It's not a large community comparatively speaking to, say, the NBA community, you know, 2K, but we are a niche. We had that talk, right? Like, we're a niche within a niche. But I know the US market would throw money at it. Look, Castle, I agree. Like, he's saying we get to play for free, but I love to vest into projects that, like Bunny, put their heart and soul into it. When talking to him, one of the reasons that I've enjoyed so much the opportunity to do what I do, it's because you can hear it. He's like a child in Christmas. I'm going to say this in a most manly way I can say it. It's adorable, right? Like, I get all hopped up and excited, like when I get to have these one-on-ones or one-on-twos with you all. And it's like, I sound like like a pleb, but I love supporting people who have passion for what they do. It's absolutely, so he hits me with an axe because I said something nice. But, you know, and I hope, yes, you killed yourself. It negates you killing me all those times, Sarah. It's your fault. That's your bad angel.
Ox, I just added a full, no, it's not full, but some leather gear in here for you, so you don't be naked forever.
Cool. Okay.
And I genuinely crafted it. Okay, I didn't use codes. Get it?
I hope that makes sense, right? Like, I'm not trying to fanboy, but I am at the same time trying to keep it, you know, clean and within bounds. But I feel, and I'll say this, and this is an American mentality. It may be in a world mentality, but when something's free, like, what's the catch? Right? Like, you always get that. And then when something opens up in the market, they're like, oh, you get this debate. Is it pay to accelerate or is it pay to win? Because there is this new debate that's happening in the community, right? Where if the end game is 50 and I pay $5 and can get there a day or two sooner because I can't play as much, I would vest into that because I'm an adult. Well, I'm a child with adult
We're not
money.
gonna have pay too fast as well, Ox. We're gonna go the same way they do with MOBAs. You know, like you just pay for cosmetics. You don't get any better or any faster than anyone else by paying.
Cool.
And this is something that we still need to see what's gonna happen because like we need to be able to convince people that the things that we are offering, like with skins and cosmetics, are cool enough, and we actually believe that because this isn't like we're going so much on the direction on creating a good RPG experience that we know that you being able to customize your appearance is going to have a deeper impact than when you're playing a MOBA that is just like matches, you know.
Yep.
Like you have your impact in the world. People are going to remember you the way they see you. So cosmetics in a game like Profane, I think they have a better appeal, you know. And those people that you say that are super willing to support us, we want to give them something back because like people that are not willing to support us is going to get access to the game eventually. So I want you to like, you want to support us, and we have this for you that you're going to like. This communicates with the character you would want to have in an RPG world, you know. We want to give you that skin, you know, for your armor, for your house, for your altar, you know. We already studied a lot of different kinds of cosmetics that people can apply to their boats, to their altars, to their houses, to their gear. So, and without changing the way you read them, you know, like, so you have a leather armor right now, and I know this is a leather armor because of how the materials look and feel. And when you wear another skin, I mean, when you wear a skin that changes how this armor looks when you're equipping it, different from what it looks when I'm equipping it, I will still know that it's a leather armor, you know, because
in the leather family, and you're not walking around pretending you're a mage when you're actually armor wearing. Okay, cool. I love that, and I do appreciate that. I'm one of those bimbos that went and purchased $35 to just look different in Diablo, and that those skins look absolutely dog shit. It was the best one out of all of them, right? But I want to support them. I know that they have their issues as a corporation with things, with whatever they've done, but I love the game and I love just what it's done. And something like this, if I could look a little more extravagant to offset how I look, right? I'm on we talk about Ultima Online and free servers all the time when we kind of get down that path. And I paid $50 to have a pink bear. No one on the server has my pink bear. It's literally a pink polar bear, and I ride around and everyone knows it's me. And to your point, the RPG of that perspective is really cool because people can see me coming a long way, right? Like there's Ox, he's in the pink bear. No one else has that pink color, and that was worth $50 on a free shard for me. My wife might think otherwise when I tell her no, because you don't need to get that bag, and she's like, well, you got a stupid bear and you don't even play the server anymore. So, I love that you have that. One thing, speaking of that, would be really neat. I don't know if this is something you've tossed around. Is how they do in UO where you have the hairstylist?
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing something like you can get a hairstylist token?
Yeah, probably we're going to get to something like that. We will be giving the players the option to try to change how they look, but not everything, because we kind of want to respect how their faces look without having to change. But
Sarah.
But the hairstyles and stuff like that, it's something that we're probably going to be trying to monetize up on, like maybe just do some basic haircuts you can do, and then some really cool ones that you have to pay for with
That'd be cool.
Hard currency or something like that. Hey, I wanted to show you all the other houses that we already have that players can build. So right here where the altar is,
I'm gonna get there.
Yep.
I'm heading back.
right here.
He's just
where the
gonna
altar
fly
is.
over there. Don't worry.
I just used code to get all the houses.
Should I fly?
I mean, if you
Yeah,
want to
just fly all the way here.
We know you cheat
I'm gonna
anyways. We're
force
watching
day,
you on
guys?
stream.
So you're gonna see the day coming like instantly right now, just so we can. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, that looks good. I will say, whoever is the weather person that does the effects with daylights and all that stuff, amazing job. It looks really good.
Yeah,
I love the
that's-
sunset.
So this house right here is the cabin.
Oh,
I think
let
the
me
sun
open
is
the door.
right behind a cloud.
Really?
Yeah, I think around here you should put like 3 p.m. The good.
3 p.m. I don't know how to change this, Sarah.
look, he's only the CEO. He's not the big developer.
I thought I thought
you want me to-
forcing day would
I love that.
take us to another time, but
I
it's not.
will tell you.
This is
what you have to type.
8 p.m. 8 a.m. right now.
The armor, by the way, this leather armor is badass. I saw this when you first published it. I was like in love with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it too.
Bunny,
It's-
I
Yeah,
sent
it's
you over
cool.
the and you have to.
I think you can use it too, Sarah. Don't you?
Should I?
Oh,
wait,
no, I mean, you can use it on chat, isn't it?
I
Or-
can,
or
I
not?
think, because they're not gonna be able to see it actually. So I'm gonna
It's
do
it's
that.
not a problem showing how we use the command to change
It's
the
a
weather.
huge secret. Like, secret.
It's a huge secret. And Dorian, Dorian does take. I suck at
Yeah.
playing games, but I look good doing it. He's not wrong. Oh, this is nice looking.
So this is the cabin, and then there is cottage. Let me
Cottage?
see if I find cottage. Sorry,
Cottage
Ox,
sounds like
sorry,
a cheese.
sorry, America.
I thought we were
can
eating
find
cheese
an
for a second.
empty spot here.
I want cheese.
Cottage cheese.
Cottage
Empty
cheese.
spot. Oh, right here. Okay.
There you go.
Ooh. And they
So,
dynamically
sir,
just get
welcome. This
larger and
one has,
larger,
like-
yeah? Oh, look at this. Okay.
Nice, right?
Now, being that you guys have such nice houses and stuff, will you be having torches and stuff that you can make and kind of decorate with in the world, or how's that going to be?
I'm sorry, can you ask again?
So like, will you have so it's dark in there right now, right? So if I walk into the second floor, I would want to put some torches
This is
on
the
the wall.
manor. Sorry, I was just paying
well,
attention
it
to what I was
doesn't look
creating.
good here. Wait.
Are
Right.
we
that
gonna
looks-
change the sun now?
Yes.
Okay.
I will. It looks good.
You can get inside from the other side, Sarah.
That looks awesome, actually.
What time?
I'm gonna open it for you, Ox. You don't have to break it.
Still doesn't look as good.
Yeah. So Bunny. So example, right here would be a great place for me to put a torch on the wall, right? Like where
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
standing.
Definitely.
Like, are you all gonna have that ability to design carpentry items or home items where you could
Yes.
kind of make the house yours? Okay, cool. Very cool.
There's going to be a lot of things in carpentry and on other proficiencies, work proficiencies that you're going to have things to create and add to your house, from workstations to containers, something that is just for decorating, like torches and stuff like that. Yes, we want
That's
to
awesome.
add it
So,
all.
Castle had a great idea. I was reading chat. Castle said what would be really cool is if you had, like, say, a mount, you could buy cosmetics to change the look of the mount.
Oh yeah, definitely. We already
That's
have
awesome.
cosmetics like this on pre-alpha. Cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
You know, it's a long time speaking English. It starts to fail. You know.
Where's Bunny? Bunny, where are you?
I dropped and climbing back.
So how do you climb? I
Okay.
forgot. I thought it was H.
You can just hold a space, or you can press one time space and then
Yeah, there it
C.
is. There it is.
Whatever you prefer. So you can actually like try to go around this. Oh no, this one is kind of like there is probably some colliders here.
You knocked me off. Oh, you can knock me off by collision. That's amazing. I like that.
So well, what else didn't I build? Let me see.
Do you have a castle or something larger than this?
There is one thing
Oh,
larger than
no.
this, and it comes from the pre-alpha, which is the guild hall. Let me build one. Yeah, this one comes from the pre-alpha right here.
Holy crap. Whoa.
We built it like in a way that guilds can turn this first floor into an arena, and the rest of the guild can watch from above right here. But you can do a lot of stuff here, and there is more rooms. Like there is more doors to with more rooms here. So this way you can like the guild can store all their stuff inside those rooms and close the doors, and then they can open the doors and allow people to get in and I don't know, create events in this big saloon over here. So
Really,
this is
that's
the idea
really
behind it.
cool. I like this.
This door
Yeah,
is
we're not a
very
PvP game, but
resistant.
we made the guild hall PvP-esque. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of like looks like an arena. Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Are you gonna have any type of farming in game?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just the same way we had on pre-alpha.
Okay.
Well, some things may change, but the main thing is like you can actually like grab seeds and plant them anywhere in the world as long as there is dirt below. And then,
Really?
but if you want to plant them on a fertile soil, you have to build a little farm and then plant it on inside that farm, and then those plants are gonna grow faster.
Okay. Cool. Yes.
I'm gonna
Player
open-
houses are breakable. That I do know. We're beating it up on it right now.
They
Is
are
Azarian
breakable, but you can build it like
Bunny,
if I,
you need
if I
to
put a flag,
mow
let me
your
show the
house.
effects of a flag. Wait a second. Flag plan. So, Sarah, can you put this flag on this house so people can see?
Yes.
Oh, so people can see like what it does on the stream. So when you put the flag,
okay.
you're gonna see that this flag's gonna protect that house, and then it's not gonna be breakable anymore. And then you're gonna have to break the flag, and the flag has shields. You can see the shields on the flag right now. So try to break this flag right now. So you can see the HP of the flag going down.
Yep.
And then you took away one of the 4 sections. You took away one of the 4 sections,
Oh,
and
and
for you
it
to
says
take
I
away the
have-
next session, you're gonna have to wait for 1 minute. Like it's just for testing purposes that we did it with 1 minute because it's too short. You're probably actually gonna have to wait for 6 hours before you take one more. And then when we take it all, you break the flag, and then you can break the house and steal everything that is inside.
Do you have it set up to where you don't log in for 30 days? It goes iDoc. Now I know we just set a term that people may not know, and what that means is after a certain amount of time not logging in or refreshing the household, it eventually what it calls is falls, and it's just a term called iDoc from Alt Online.
So this is not going to happen on Profane since you can actually break people's houses. So like
Okay.
the decay is going to happen because people were breaking your flag and trying to destroy your house. If you build your house on a remote place in the world and no one knows it's there, you can be outside the game for 1 month and go back and it's still going to be there. Like
Okay.
we
Fair
prefer the decay to be on the hands of the players and not on the like magical or I don't know,
The world or whatever. That's very cool. I like that. Now, do you have a way to upgrade your flag to either get more shields or to make it harder to break, so more HP?
Well, right now, no. We're still going to think about this kind of functionality. Right now, we just want to make the balance feels good. You know, like how long can you keep your house protected without being inside the game? Like this is the number of shields, and how long does it take to break another shield? It's just that. So we prefer to like find a balance first, and then see if we want to add options for players to change how protected are their houses. We're definitely never gonna like charge for stuff like this. It's something that if we add something that makes you able to change, it's so 1 minute has passed and now you can break one more section
Like one
of
more
the
block?
HP of
Okay.
the flag. Yeah. So
Nice.
and that's how it goes. So it's probably going to be something that like if we want people to be able to create better flags, the same way you'll be able to create better walls that also have shields and protect your altar, then it's probably going to cost you a lot more. And yeah, some things will probably have this kind of functionality.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think that's a great aspect, especially if you can repair it. Right? That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we can repair it.
So
this is the small house over there, and then the medium house over there. Those I saved those ones for last because they are from pre-alpha. Since they were already created by us, we are keeping them inside the game. But you can see that they are kind of a different direction from the other houses that we built last, like this one.
Yeah, but I like them. I like the way they look. They have a homey feel to them. I like the fence and all that stuff. Do you plan
let
on
me
doing
open the door
anything with
for
the
you, sorry.
courtyard where you could have a safe kind of place to farm, or no, that doesn't make sense to you?
Farming as like when you're growing stuff, probably we're not going to allow you to do this inside the house. But I'm not sure. We have to see what kind of corner cases we cannot be thinking about, like allowing people to like come inside the guild hall and create a big farm in here. I think it's better if it's outside because then you have more stuff to show, like the place looks more as a village. Otherwise, people are gonna want to keep everything they have inside their houses, and then you just like scatter houses around. I prefer like if the villages look like villages, so there are like fields and stuff like that.
Because one of the past talks we've had, what I loved about it was you're like, we want to make player cities viable. Like it's a place you want to visit, right? I love that. And looking at the housing and all that stuff brings up a kind of a neat thing. I know how you talked about regions being slightly different, where one might be tropical possibly, and the other one might be more frost. Do you foresee yourself having different regional houses when you build a small cottage? Say here it's more tropical as opposed to if it's in say like a freezing climate, it's more rugged based on what you could find there.
So since we really want to monetize over building customizing the look of your house, the idea behind this is like we want players to be able to achieve the use of different skills for their houses. So like one of the ideas that we have that we didn't implement this yet, but we really think this is a good idea, is like if there is another region where everything there is different because it's like I don't know, it's snowy with mountain climate, and then like the types of houses that you will build on that kind of environment is different. We actually want players to build normal houses in there and live there for a long time, and then they will like kind of like progress a bar where they unlock the skin for a house that should look the way it should look when you live in a place like that, you know. So
that's cool.
You kind of like achieve different skins for. So what this kind of feature can generate is like people that come from the north and they start to settle on our continent, which is kind of like more tropical. You start to see people with different houses that you've never seen before because they live there and they unlocked it and they use it, you know. So it feels like you're seeing settlers from another region coming to your region, you know. So this is something that we want to try to achieve.
That's very cool. And what made you? And one of the things that I love most about the game is the art design. What was your reasoning behind this type of design? Like what made you pick and say, I love the look of that? Like instead of you see some Unreal. Wait, what do you mean? You make a bridge?
Bridge? I'll do it. Wait a second. You want me to give you bridges, Sarah?
Sure.
And you build them? Okay. Yes. Just remember that the preview is backwards.
Yes.
Like the little ramp is on the other side. You have to rotate it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw them into the ground.
I'm watching it from your stream as well as like kind of just being here. So is this for attacking into a tower?
You mean this watchtower like this?
Yeah.
Well, this one is made for you to actually like watch and like be up here with a bow and try to protect your village. So that was the intention behind this. So the look and feel, Ox, that you were asking us, like, we were trying to bring two things together, which is like not go to a full cartoon style, but it's at the same time try not to make the game realistic, because we know that realistic is like how do you say when you have a sword and both sides cuts, you know?
Two-edged sword.
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword. Like
it can hit both ways. Like we can go to a very cool design, but if we fail, it's gonna be ugly, you know. So like the thing that we think that communicate well with having an RPG experience is like the idea that things in there are not trying to be realistic; they are trying to be unique, you know. So the design that we went to was trying to bring aspects of a cartoonish style, but without making it less immersive. Immersive, in a way that you can still feel the RPG inside the world. We want people to be able to look at the world and feel that it is open for you to change it. So this is the result of us trying to bring those two things together.
Okay. I like it. No, I find it's easy on the eyes. I like that you're not feeling that you have to go and because I think when you if you go too realistic, like Final Fantasy, like that, it's a beautiful game. They made their own engine, but I think once you have that set, it's very tough to kind of venture out of what it looks like. So with like what I'm saying is the way you all have it with I can tell it's a house, I can tell it's a roof, I can tell the trees are what they are, but you can get a little more artistic with them because I think when you try to make it too true to life, a tree's a tree, right? Like you can't become so artistic with it. Whereas with the way your spells look, we all have this cognizant ability to kind of like pretend we know what they look like, if that makes sense, right? Like I picture Firebolt looking this way, but because you all went this way, you could absolutely change how Firebolt looks because in your world, everything is slightly different. I call it like the Dr. Seuss effect. Like, you know what a tree looks like, but in every single tree in Dr. Seuss books, none of them are straight. They're all curved. And it's accepted because in that world, it's not meant to be a perfectly straight line. And I really appreciate, like, for me, crafting is over the years and the older I've gotten and the slower I've gotten in PvP, I tend to enjoy the crafting moments where you sit and you grind out for a few days after a hard day of work, right? And I can sit down and kind of like look at the guild house and go, man, that just looks badass, right? Like, I don't know. It's just this weird thing. The older I get, I appreciate new artistic styles. And I think a lot of people are starting to move that way too. I haven't seen a realistic game since Final Fantasy, right? And it brings a lot to the cohesiveness of it pulling you into the game. And I think with that as well, a lot of your spells that you have that I've seen past and now, they're not like any other spells I've seen before. So it leans to that artistic, like your design team is really good. Basically, I'm trying not to kiss your ass live on stream while kissing your ass simultaneously. Does that make sense? Like I'm dancing, but I love the way it looks. And again, I go down that fanboy kind of like feel, but it's very pretty. It's very pretty.
That's awesome to know, Ox. Thank you very much. We know there is a lot of things that we still need to make look better, but trying to bring more of how we came to this. I would ask, like, what if you try to create a new 3D version of Ultima Online? How should it look? And I think a lot of people could say that Ultima Online was trying to be realistic, but they were like kind of restricted by the what they could do by then in an MMO in 1997. So
right.
So like would they try to be realistic if they were trying to create a new version of it? I know on Shroud of Avatar it's not that realistic. It's kind of like playing with, it looks like they're playing with RPG toys there,
Yes.
And I like this because but I don't like their approach, but I like what they were trying to do there, So what we're trying to do is try to create like cooler RPG toys. They don't like, they maybe look like a little bit like action figures, but not in a way that they look dead or plastic. They still need to look alive because we want the immersion to get you inside a game. So this is kind of what we aimed for with this graphic style.
So
we did a lot, and people from the community knows that we did a lot of concept art for the game for us to try to find where is the perfect
where it's at, what's
sauce,
perfect. Yep. And I like that. And like looking at like watching Sarah play it because he's swimming right now, it's seeing the sun rays come through. It is very, very real. That is something you would catch in real life, but it's done in such a nice way that it's magical, right? Like the sand looks really well. And what Cass was saying, there I can see that. You get that mip mapping effect where it's just cut, copy, and paste. And But if you look at the ocean, the detail done here, I mean, like the only thing would be missing would be like coral rocks, which eventually I know with your engine that you have that ability, right? But
Yeah, of course.
it really is a very subtle but yet beautiful, easy on the eyes, where you almost have to have that Korean way of, hey, you've been playing for 10 hours. Do you want to log off? Oh, you don't? Well, here's a gem. Thanks for playing for so many hours, but you should probably log off, right? Because you can do this for hours because it's easy on the eyes. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can escape because it's similar to life, but it's enough where it's not crazy.
Can the chat hear the game? I'm not sure if they can hear the underwater sound. Just hope you guys can hear it because
I'm not sure. I can swim and see. But I think all in all, in the end of the day, what really comes out to play is I truly enjoy games who decide to take an artistic approach. Oh wow.
Yeah.
It really sounds muffled and underwater. I just noticed that. What I really like in the swimming, just by the way, the swimming is so good looking. But yeah, I just
Not those
what
rocks.
I got to see in alpha compared to what I'm seeing now. It's the subtleties that you've added that make me very excited. Because I remember like, hey, just hit. Like we were doing it, you're like, okay, we're just gonna hit each other. And everyone's running around like just swinging, and we were running fast, and the feedback every time I've done a reiteration of a new version of what you've done, there seems that there's leaps and bounds. And I know you see you do like 2-month chunks where you kind of implement, you test, and then you relaunch for whatever test you're doing. The sound is more intense. You know, being on the beach, you hear the rustling of the waves. That wasn't there the last time. So this is really coming. It's coming full circle to where like you're like it's starting to feel polished. It's really starting to feel like the world's coming together. And I know that you have so many more plans, and you have more versions coming out. And I know this is 2 or 3 versions behind. So like I'm talking excited about this, and you're like, oh, you wait. We've got like 3 more versions. They're better. You don't even know yet, right?
It is exactly that. That's what I
Right.
think right now.
Right. So knowing we're like a little behind, knowing the future is already kind of like coming quickly, fast, you know, like you're having more tests more frequently too, which is really exciting to see, which means you're ramping up, the production is happening. My community as a whole, they're all very excited, right? Like every chance they get to see it, they're like, oh, when are you gonna do it? Oh, ask them this, ask them that. And really at this point, the biggest consensus of that is, when can we start actually testing it? Do you all have a NA style play test coming up possibly, or like a weekend where everyone can get in and kind of, do you feel that you're getting that way? Are you getting close to that?
We're getting very close to that. Yes.
Yes.
Like
exciting.
the only thing that is getting in the way between us actually leaving the server open for more than 2 hours, which is mostly what our tests lasts for, is that because there are still inconsistencies that we want to deal with, and not all players are being able to pass the loading screen. Sometimes they glitch or crash. Sometimes the servers crash, and then like if we try to leave we know that if we try to leave the server open for a whole weekend right now, it's going to crash early on, you know. So but those things are things that we are like catching. Every test we catch something new and we try to fix it. So that's why we need more tests, more short tests, so then we can raise up all the kinds of problems and deal with them, and then create a more stable version of the server. And this way, like on our goals for the whole team is try to increase actually decrease the number of times that server get any kind of problem, and thus increasing how long we can make test sessions. You know, this is something that like we're trying to increase. I mean, like we're not being able to increase every week, but we're trying to increase every week how long can the server be open, like. And with that approach that I just told, that we are fixing things and then adding things and fixing things and then
Yeah.
adding things. Every time we are on fixing things, we are trying to like explode
Right.
the amount of fixes we do on the server side as well. So that's
So that being said,
we will get there. Probably
Do
this year, yeah. Still, we will get to be able to leave the servers open 24/7. It doesn't mean we will do it. We just like
Right.
have this
With
goal
capability.
of by the end of the year have the capability of like
Okay.
we have a service that can be open 24/7, and then
Now-
with this information we can do whatever we want when it comes to like strategies with Profane.
Do you feel that you, well, not feel, do you have, because I know how the world is going to be expanded, like you say, it's going to be large, massive. Are you looking to put quests in, and if so, are there going to be the tip, and I say this comically, but are they going to be the typical, oh crap, there's an exclamation point or a question mark, let's run there? Or are they going to be things that, like when I'm in town, because I've seen your towns on other builds, are there going to be things where, like, and this is a great example, EverQuest, like you actually had to go up and talk to somebody, and in their chat or in their whatever would be a small line would be the next thing to edge that quest. So you actually had to find them and be tentative to the world around you, as opposed to, oh, there's a question mark.
Yeah, so quests in Profane, I won't say there won't be quests, because there are going to be things that looks like quests,
Okay.
but they're not like quests, because on most MMOs, quests are things that are fake. You know, you're like
Right.
trying to solve a problem for an NPC that doesn't really exist. You know,
Right.
And right now we just finished
And everyone
adding.
else will also repeat that quest, right, Bunny?
Yeah, like it's not something that like solved anything or changed anything in the world. And in Profane, there will be like those things that you can do, which is like go there and kill those mobs or collect 500 wood for us. But when you do it, it will change. Like it's not something that everyone's gonna be able to go there and repeat. So like when you find and something that we already added to the last version of the game, which is not this one, is NPC factions, and those NPC factions have billboards where they are asking for players to do stuff for them. And if you do, those NPC factions will change based on what players help them. So
Very
like
cool.
collect wood for us because we want to build an inn. And then if players do it, they will build the inn, you know. So like, and this goes a long way. Like it will be, players will be able to earn reputation with those factions by doing those kind of stuff, and they will actually decide if they should be helping those NPCs or not, because they can maybe if they help those NPCs will be larger and start to, I don't know, control the territory that they wanted for themselves, you know. So you're gonna have to go there and think if you want to help them or not. It's not gonna be something that is put there just for you to have a little fun that is meaningless in the great schemes of things. It's not. Everything changes something. Like butterfly
So
effect.
you're talking persistent world changes, not that phased in shit that WoW does. Like I'll come into a place and if I don't complete this quest, it doesn't change. But you could be literally real time standing beside me and the world looks different to you because you did the quest. What you're saying is I walk out, Susie needed me to collect, I don't know, 50 barrels of something, but now she's the queen of all rum. And now she, oh, that's amazing. Like that's something that I don't think I've seen yet. I don't remember if you remember this, but you remember Landmark, EverQuest Landmark, that was like going to be a thing. That is exactly, so did I. I bought into it for the biggest pack. And that was their thought process was, if you go in and you fight in this area and push the gnolls back, it changed that server. So server A could have a different place in the world looking compared to server B. And I thought that's really cool. Because you really invest, to your point, to that RP, right? Like that RP matters to you now. So that's cool. Knowing that, that's really neat. And I don't know if you've ever read the book or seen the movie. Armada was one of the books that he wrote. Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's very similar to Ready Player One. He goes out, he does that game where he's playing, there's a quarter stuck on it, and he beats Pac-Man and gets the quarter, which inevitably was the extra life in the game, right? But that's so neat to know if I played and I played right, I would be lucky enough to come across something that somebody may never have.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
are very few
There
games.
will be a
if
lot
any.
of things like this in Profane,
Oh.
like the artifacts, which is unique, like real unique items that people will be able to find around the world and have it for them, you know.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to like probably do a lot of really hard things for you to be able to keep that item, because those kind of items will like demand that you behave in a certain way, and if you don't, the item will leave you. So this is the things that will guarantee that not one player will have one unique item forever, you know, but they will have a lot of power and be really like unexpected behaviors, you know, that you will be able to get from them.
That is cool.
So Ox and Sarah, I'm kind of worried how long have we been here? It's 2 hours and 20 minutes already.
Yes,
I
yes.
want Sarah to be able to rest. I need to rest and
Yes.
and be with my family a little bit. It's Friday night. We all have to have fun.
Yep.
And, I think we've shown a lot of stuff. There is probably some stuff that we didn't show. Like there is a lot of things that you could craft, different gear, and more things that you can do with the world and change it. But we will have more opportunities for, especially with more recent builds of the game with more stuff, with even more stuff to show. So I think we can end right here. And Sarah is already trying to kill me live on stream. He was just waiting for this. And oh my god, I'm gonna run away. So I just want to say, Ox, thank you very much for being here with us. I just love to be able to share this with you, since we've been talking about Profane for a long time, and I know that you come from the roots of our community, the ones that like want different things from MMOs and not the most linear path or linear narrative that we see, and this is the whole thing that we're trying to change. You understand the core idea of Profane, which is giving the players freedom to change the world and see what happens when we do it, you know. So, and trying to create a very interesting world, so this can be which can generate unique stories based on what players do in it, and so it's an honor to be here with you and with you, Sarah, who has been I don't know, bringing to the community the best way he can all the information about how the development is going. And on top of that, Sarah is part of the user research team, which is the team that executes the user tests every week, and they have been doing a great job organizing the whole thing. So thank you very much, Sarah. And just like, since I'm complimenting Sarah, I'm going to compliment the whole team of at Insane. We thanks to them, we actually got the game to this stage right now, and they are still working super hard on bringing everything else. There is still a lot of things planned. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you liked what you saw. This is the current state. I mean, a little bit behind the current state, but it's the current stable state of the game. And I hope you liked it. And if you have more questions, you want to know more about the game and the things and the possibilities that is going to be possible, and possibilities that is going to be possible is awesome. And Profane, just go to our Discord, talk to us. We are there. The community is there to talk with you about anything you want, and we are there, the devs. So feel free to go there and talk with us. Okay. Thank you, Ox. Thank you, Sarah, very much.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I think my camera froze because, well, it's been 2 hours on, whatever, but we are good because that's a great slow shot of me. Thank you for having me. I absolutely love when we do this. And for the next time, we'll have sake for real. But thank you. Amazing job. The team is amazing, and I hope you all continue to push forward. And we get to see cooler things, like when animals are around and there's boating and more of that stuff. I know that's around the corner. So you all have an absolute amazing night. I know it's an hour later there. So thank you for staying up late and hanging out with me. So much love. And as always, anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone that was watching too.
Bunny and Ox said it all. Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for being here with us. We hope you enjoyed this live stream. Bunny, thanks again for all the compliments. Ox, also thank you for your time and for participating in this live stream. I've shared with you guys on chat the link to our Discord, so join our Discord if you want to talk to us. We love talking to you. We have a very up close approach with our community. We like to be very transparent with you. So yeah, join our Discord if you want to learn more about Profane, and follow us on our social media too. You can find the links in our Twitch channel right now. I'm not sure if all the social media are linked on our YouTube channel, but I know some of them are. Yeah, thank you, Bunny, thank you, Ox. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Wait. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was me switching back to Portuguese automatically.
I don't know what happened to my camera. It just took a big
Oh
shit.
no,
Who knows?
Ox.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not working tonight. You guys are done. But Bunny said we're over, and it literally the minute you said that, it was like, yeah, I'm done.
Really? When Bunny talked about
Literally, when he was like, I'm done, and my camera is
God.
just like off. Yeah.
Bunny,
All right.
you said you wouldn't be too obvious about us hacking into Ox's computer using the build, but now he will figure it out.
No, it was good. It's amazing. It's amazing to see what you all have done so quickly. So
I didn't even know I could respawn on altar as an option right now, and it's a possibility.
Is that working? I didn't know
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
On the death
Oh,
screen, I
did-
could choose altar.
That didn't happen to me. Oh no.
yeah,
can make
me
a
too.
video
Oh,
about
that's
that.
right,
We
because
can
you
make a
didn't
video
die.
about
Oh, yeah. Mister, I got really good at PvP games out of the last a year. What the hell, man? Amazing.
Oh yeah, I still.
Well, gentlemen, I know you
cannot
do have to
take
go.
Bunny down. Yeah.
Family's important, but I'm always around. Oh, Bunny, I sold my VR.
Oh, you sold it.
I had to, man. I kept punching my wall and shit, and I had all the cool Star Wars stuff behind me, and it was just. I'll get another set later, but yeah.
You know, when one day Profane becomes VR, then I'm gonna ask